When the hell does this thing end?
When it's over. You're always so fucking pleasant in the Irving. You're always so pleasant in the Irving morning.
Why did you pick this song?
I'm gonna have one every fucking a different one every day. Every day is gonna be a new one.
Right.
Yeah,
Good morning, Megan, Georgia, and everyone else around the world. This is the Morning Roast for April 9th, Tuesday, April 9th, 2013. It's 8:08 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time in Macon, Georgia. It's somewhere.
Oh, forget the weather.
Okay.
Stick your finger out, wet it, stick it up, and you can do it.
It's sunny outside.
Stick it up your
Thank
ass.
goodness it's not raining, but you got to fight a whole lot of pollen. Yes.
Yeah, welcome,
Yes. This is DB here along with Irvin Martinez
Mr.
and
Payne.
Chris Payne, giving the pain and the blues and
The
agonies
pain, the
and
pain.
making it
Yeah, your mama.
Ed Einbinder.
Whatever, get it right.
How you doing, Chris?
You know who your name is.
I know my name.
Are you alright, Chris?
Did you hear when it started to go click, 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 click during the song?
Yeah.
That's when I went to go to the Bond site to
Oh.
watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder if that's part of the problem. The Bond site.
It's a bomb thing.
I don't have to go to it, but I can't see the chatter, so you guys got to chat.
Wow.
Wow. By the way, I was watching the video that we did where Anthony was really quiet. It looked like he was out of it, right?
What do you mean, lethargic or something?
Yeah, he just didn't seem like he kept playing with the paper, and then you and I didn't realize your expression because I lose that.
Okay.
Because I'm looking over there, right? So
Yeah.
I said something like, Nutchit says this, and you looked at me like, if I could not stop laughing after watching that video. It was just the way your expression was that I didn't even realize was going on, you know?
Oh, okay.
And then the insanity that I'm pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
It took a big
I didn't
for you to realize this now.
It's like a realization of my craziness. And I'm sitting there going, this is crazy. And I'm just going off and Anthony's just reading the paper. And I'm like, this has got to be one of the best shows that we've had.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know about how we do every day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that was funny. And when I mentioned my nutsage, I said, my nutsage, what do you think? And you're looking at me like I'm out of my mind. You know? It's really, really funny. It's the first couple of minutes. Then from there, the show went to hell.
Okay.
And was kind of boring for about 20 minutes.
Wow.
Anyway, Chris, what's going on? How you doing, pal?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah? Okay. You still waking up?
Yeah, a little too much beer, Mexican food, Girl Scout food.
Well, we're grateful you're here.
Well, usually they'll say Keys beer. Don't usually make part of breakfast.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Did you have breakfast? Chris?
No, man.
No?
I don't do breakfast.
Yeah.
Want an oatmeal pie?
I do, yeah.
Want
I
one?
do.
I'll take one too.
We got it.
I mean, huge dinners. And then
Oh,
breakfast is usually spent.
We feed everybody without children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ouch.
They couldn't buy one.
Yes, Ed.
Want to know if we had food?
Oh, well, I mean, that's, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's one way to get them on the show.
Well, good to see you. Good to have you on the show. Maybe we can have a better balance.
Cow pie?
Thank you.
I don't want it.
I'm not getting one. I know you don't like them.
I only had
I'm not.
all I had like Honey Nut Cheerios and a poop
And
cup.
toasted mini wheats. Yeah, that's what you eat. I eat, we're giving audience, we got an audience of 4 people right now, two of those are you and me.
Well, then Sabuki says can hardly hear you, and Wolfbite says, Ed, fix the audio, we can't hear you.
Ed, fix the audio.
Hey, where's our IT guy? Where's he at?
He's in the bed watching it from remote.
They're like, fuck the moon fire, give us some damn audio.
Hey! They can't hear us.
Yeah, actually, my computer had to restart because I had to.
They can't hear us.
Like, I'm trying to give him some signs.
I can hear you fine in there.
That's what they're saying. I don't know.
Go start yakking your mouth.
Maybe yours is the only one.
Maybe Anthony came in early. Maybe okay.
Oh well.
Oh.
Let's talk anyway. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who cares, man? Y'all gonna have to figure out some lip reading shit real quick.
Exactly. Well, Rosalind isn't here right now. She's here. Okay. I believe it. But they're saying they can. They haven't phone solved it by my end.
All right, let's see.
I don't know what's going on. They're all saying can't hear you. Hey, fix the audio. That's awful, buddy.
All right, ask him if that's better.
Yeah, go check your computer. He says we don't understand Chris anyway.
Yeah, ask him how it sounds now. I got
Hey,
to.
Okay,
no.
then. He said, okay.
It's cranked up all the fucking way. Oh, I know why now. Jesse Anthony's not here. Usually he's the one blabbing.
That's true.
Yeah. By the
That's true. I
time
forgot about
Anthony
that.
shuts up, they're already woken up.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna need some fucking Starbucks to keep up with that, man. That's all it is, too. It's too early for that shit, y'all.
Well,
Yes, indeedy.
and certainly is when he comes in screaming.
No, he's done stayed up all night coming up with that opening rant.
Ooh.
I mean, I understand. It takes a little bit of prep to be like that. I mean, you don't just walk in there. I mean, it takes some good preparation to come up with them damn rants that he's got done.
Wow.
Hard work.
Anthony is a character.
No,
He's always in character. I don't know what the hell character he likes to play, but it's something unusual. Especially early in the morning.
Video shot jobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You like the wall?
That shot.
All right. So what do we got going here, please, guys? Help me out.
Well, I just want to, of course, we want anyone who was watching the Final Four, or at least the national championship. Louisville, the Cinderella story, who's a guy who's fallen player, Kevin Ware, did the Gipper roll where he had his leg snapped in half during one of the games earlier, and he basically challenged. He pumped up his teammates to win one for the Gipper, win one. You know, for the team they won.
What's his name?
Patino, the coach.
Win one for Patino.
Yes, they won the national championship against Michigan, 82-76.
Well, I'm sure he wasn't able to jump up and down and.
I quit watching after Wichita.
After Wichita.
That was my team. That was the one I picked to go. And I fuck is Louisville, the Cinderella stuff.
Yeah.
Who's the one that broke his leg?
And what they the number one seed?
Kevin,
that guy?
Yeah, Kevin. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a Cinderella, bro. That's just
Well,
some dumbass broke his leg because he got a calcium deficiency. Woo, rally around the team. I mean,
Yeah, but that's not something you see every day.
It's not something you see every day. It's some shit.
Especially in basketball, football, yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, in football you always hear like, what was it? The Brian story, a guy died of cancer, and everybody roots for him. Ronald Reagan and
one for the Gipper.
got one for the Gipper or whatever. Now we got Patetsky. Win one for Patetsky, whatever. Alright, why don't you read the article?
Well, yeah. And the net was around Kevin Ware's neck in the wee hours of Tuesday morning. His fingers kept feeling the nylon as he talked. He says, "I can't stop touching it." You know, because when the NCAA, the college team wins the national championship, they cut the nets off the rim.
That's what he tells his girlfriend.
I
Can't stop touching it, baby.
They just get a clip of the net, for a fin. You don't like a lot of someone's hair. I mean, I think that's kind kind of charming, you know, good thing.
I like that tradition.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's usually the owner.
I'm just glad it's fucking over, man.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
With crutches still clamped in his armpits, the sophomore was handed a pair of orange-handled scissors, 1 snip, 2 snips, 3 snips, 4. His work was done and the net was his. His words can't describe how I feel. He said, I'm so proud of these guys. It's crazy. And with that, the most riveting college basketball story has ever had its fitting closure. When the comeback Cardinals rallied from their second 12-point Final Four deficit to win the national title because they were behind in the first half. They beat Michigan, winning the national title 82-76. Kevin Ware's courageous and classy 9-day journey from agony to ecstasy was complete. Matter of fact, and you know, Atlanta made some big money that weekend hosting the Final Four. Not to mention,
Three guns.
yeah, three concerts. Yeah, Louisville won their 3rd national championship. Their first one since 1986. They won 3 times for the 3rd time. They won previously in 1986, and they won previously before that in 1980. Their first one. And also, even more good news: the coach Rick Pitino was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I guess, the Basketball Hall of Fame, and his son actually became a basketball coach following in his footsteps. I think coaching in Minnesota. So that's
Wow.
that was a talk about a triple double right there. I mean, you know, that's talking about coming back, and then I mean that's one reason why I like college basketball, because some of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen in the NBA, they all got their start in college. I mean, I first heard of them when they were in college before they even made it to the pros. Like when Michael Jordan and James Worthy were playing I think Villanova when they won their national championship. When they beat Villanova.
Where the fuck is Villanova?
Somewhere in Virginia, somewhere like that.
Wow.
And you know, Patrick Ewing, he went to Georgetown University. That's where he went when he was playing college ball. Irvin Magic Johnson, you know, one of the greatest players ever in assists. So he used to play for Michigan. He lost, unfortunately. He played in Michigan, where he played against his rival from the university, Indiana University, a long, tall, big-nosed white dude with an awesome three-point shot named Larry Bird. You know, he went to Indiana, like one of the best college players, you know, one of the best NBA players went to college. I mean, not everyone can be a Kobe or LeBron, you know, just go straight to the pros right after high school.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Let's import somebody.
Oh yeah, Shaquille O'Neal. Yes, I know. I forgot. Used to kick out behind.
Get Shaquille.
Yeah. Shaq. He went to LSU. You know, SEC school. Used to kick out behind in college basketball. But like one of the very few times I actually went to a basketball game in college. I went to see LSU and going against my alma mater UGA, and they beat us like I said, the drums. Shaquille O'Neal was just slamming all over the place.
Hell yeah! All you gotta do is walk up to the fucking goal, man.
Yeah, I know. This line was
like putting the mail in the middle.
He didn't even have to jump. It was like just it was just like you're reaching for a jar of cookies or something on the top shelf. Just excuse me, you know. Just that was it.
Yeah. This guy, how tall is this guy?
Bitches bouncing off
my
the
school,
there.
Yeah.
I think like 7'2", something like that. 7'1", 7'2".
Wow.
Yeah.
That guy. How do you take a shower?
He must
How does a
have.
guy like that take a
He
shower?
must
7 foot tall.
He must have to have a really tall bathroom or something.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
that
seen it.
dude's got
He has to dunk. Get it?
And you know he's always around you for some reason. I mean, a buddy of mine posted on Facebook a picture of him and his damn in Cordele.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the McDonald's in Cordele. There's Shaquille O'Neal and his
Shaquille O'Neal and
his special. You know, it was a what was it? A Cadillac. It was an Escalade. That was just insane. You know, you got to have them all special made.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he's huge.
You got to drive. You know, you're in the back seat.
Yeah, cause he's 7'2".
I mean,
You can't just come out of the Escalade.
Yeah.
You have to get like the jaws of life just to get him out the door.
yeah.
To get in and to get out.
You think the fool would have a driver? I would have a driver.
If you were that big.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah, but you gotta pay him. You know?
Fuck that. I mean, all niggas got all these TV shows, all this shit. You know he got money. Goddamn, he got a specially modified car. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's true, but you don't have to like.
a fleet of them, bro.
I mean, yeah, but just because you're a multi-millionaire, you ain't got to spend every doggone dime.
Why not? Why not?
And be broke again.
You're Shaquille, man.
I keep thinking about MC Hammer. Yeah, you know, he had a whole lot of money. He got $20 million, and he ended up broke.
Yeah, but that's MC Hammer, man. Come on.
Okay. Granted, Shaq gonna have like 15, 20 background dancers.
Yeah,
pay all the dancers. But you know, I'm just saying, if you have that type of money, you don't have to spend every dime.
You see, that's the difference between musicians and athletes. You know, I mean, that's just it. Musicians they gonna do that shit. That's part of the lifestyle. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the lifestyle, man. Hey, we're gonna blow this shit. We gotta live the excess. We'll make more.
It's 52 degrees outside Macon, Georgia. It's slightly cloudy right now. The sun's about to peep out. It's gonna have a high of 85 degrees and a low of 60. Yes, it's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful, 85
Yeah,
degrees.
this is the weather that I like. Spring.
Mm-hmm.
It's only in the 80s, not 90s. Oh, by the way, I want to read you the story. Are we done with this story with the basketball guy?
Yeah, we're done. We're done. But it was just an amazing thing. And plus, if you ever hear it, like, you know, one shining moment at the end of the national championships that they have in basketball on CBS, which congratulations for playing for broadcasting 75 years of college NCAA championship basketball. Thank you for that. That's a very inspiring song. If I can get Ed to play it, maybe in the upcoming break, that'd be really good.
Yeah, look at that. They look happy.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and
what was really cool? See, what was really cool that they, you know, when they cut up the net they get on the ladder. You know, they have special made ladder just to get up there and cut up the net. And for Kevin Ware, you know, he was on the stretch. They had some type of, I don't know, maybe like a lift or something, so he wouldn't have to climb the ladder. They got the lift on because he was still in the stretch, and they gave him the scissors and stuff, and then he rolls up and then got the net.
Man,
It's a magic moment.
Yeah, it really did.
Look, he's cutting the deck. Anyway,
Yeah.
listen, I got a story here that's very sad,
Okay.
but, you know, people are so cruel.
Yeah.
Let me read this.
Yeah.
Rick Warren. Do it.
We are.
Like, he totally agrees with it. No argument there. Rick Warren, a famed pastor, on Saturday announced his son had committed suicide. Yeah, wow. Thank the well-wishers for their kind words, but also took on haters who have used the news to lash out. Grieving is hard. Grieving as a public figure is even harder. Grieving while haters celebrate your pain hardest. Warren wrote on Facebook Monday night, your notes are saying us grieving is hard. Warren have been deluged with words of support both from the Saddleback Church in Orange County on the web. Kay and I are overwhelmed by your love, prayers, and kind words, Warren wrote on Facebook on Sunday. Matthew Warren, 27, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, the Orange County coroner said Monday. On Saturday, Warren's emotional message to his congregation paid tribute to his son, who he said died after battling mental illness. You know, this is one of the things that I'm talking about that's so prevalent here in Macon, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of people that are depressed, and you have a lot of mental illness in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a serious issue. I mean, people forget that just because they don't see somebody acting out in depression doesn't mean that it's not there.
Right.
Most people who are depressed hide it very, very well.
Yeah.
They're just a little quiet, they're a little bit reserved. it's not overt, in other words. So here's this kid related to a pastor, you would think. And I'm sure that this pastor has a lot of money. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Am I right?
A lot.
Well, to be honest, the most, usually preachers' kids are usually
Purpose-driven
one
life,
of the most rebellious children
Yeah.
in town.
Well, the reason why I bring a lot of money is because he had nothing that, he wouldn't be able to get. So it's not about money, it's not about how much the parents make, and it's not even about how much the parents are, let's say, ministers and God's always in the mix with them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter. Depression is stronger than all of that. And I'm so sorry to hear that his son died, but, people are committing suicide left and right in other places. It's just a really hard time now,
It makes you wonder what the underlying cause of that.
What's the one?
I mean, there was something going on there.
I'm sure there's
Something
more.
going on.
I agree.
It's kind of like one of them things. What did he have that made him feel that way?
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
being a preacher.
It could have been God. I don't know. It could have been God.
Yeah, but they never
And
said
to
it.
have a father like that, they would probably
be
frown on. But let's just use that as an example. I'm not
Okay.
saying that.
You're not saying that
But
here, but what if he
There
was?
was something going on there.
Well, yeah, you got
It has to be.
That's
always,
like I said, being a preacher's kid. That's a whole lot of pressure.
But that's not just any preacher. This is probably the most popular preacher next to T.D. Jakes and
Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
Billy Graham.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the purpose-driven life, that was all over the place.
That's
so
book. Yes, my book. My mom has that book.
Yeah, I think everybody
I had
has
it, yeah.
that book.
Yeah, I had that book. It was given to me. And everybody was into it at the time, But, we got some more news of death.
Yes. As we told you yesterday, former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher died at the age of 87.
The Iron Lady.
The Iron Lady. We have another wonderful lady that we have just recently
Isn't that
lost.
funny? And it comes in three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roger Ebert,
Roger Ebert,
Margaret Thatcher,
and
the
then
third one.
Funicello.
That's
There's our
Funicello,
three.
yes. I already.
And this guy dying is just a great.
And about another million people died that you had no fucking clue who they are.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. How many people OD'd yesterday?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Thank you, Chris.
How many people OD'd yesterday? I mean, come on, really, How many people committed suicide?
Who knows?
Yes. Yeah. Thank
Only the shadow knows.
Thank you, Ed.
all each other. You're so kind, Ed. Wow.
How many people killed themselves thinking about this show coming on this morning?
No, yeah?
I can't take it anymore! Alright, here you go, Derek.
Okay. As I was saying, Ned Funicello died.
Look at those Hooters.
One of who?
Annette, she's gone.
Yes.
People didn't look at Hooters back then.
Yes, Ned Funicello is one of the best-known members of the original 1950s Mickey Mouse Club and a star of numerous 1960 beach party films, died yesterday at a California hospital. She was 70 years old and she died peacefully from complications due to multiple sclerosis, a disease that she battled for over 25 years, since 1987.
Mm-hmm.
And says, we're sorry to lose Mom.
Yeah, what you
three
gonna
children.
sing of it?
She had three children.
What are you gonna sing of
The
it?
She
story
first
yesterday?
became popular
bought a
when
couple
she was 13, when she was
last
selected
night.
by Walt Disney himself.
Where'd you get yours?
When he was one of the
Where'd you
original
get yours?
Musketeers. In fact, yeah,
Where'd you get your cigarette? Oh.
Funicello was a background dancer when Walt Disney discovered her in the production of Swan Lake, and he actually personally picked Annette Funicello to be part of the original Mickey Mouse Club. Yes.
M-I-C.
See you real soon.
Yeah.
A-Y.
Why? Because we like it.
M-O-U.
Yeah. I come buy all my shit at Disney World.
Yes. Yes, I actually bought Skippy peanut butter, you know, just in memory
Oh yeah.
for Neptune children. I didn't
No
even
Nutella
like
for me.
Skippy. Only reason why I got it because I like Neptune cello. I'm usually a Jif guy myself, but you know.
Yeah, and she held up pretty good. I mean, she wasn't like Lindsay Lohan and all these other idiots who became drug addicts.
No, see that the disease was what tore her up though. That was just a terrible thing.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan and that other girl that was on the show, she's also heading down the same path as Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember who she is. She had that show. She had that show where she played like the head. I can't remember. I just saw them on. There was a story about all these.
Dana Plato?
That was a horror tragedy. Dana Plato.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that girl. Talk about going to the gates of hell. That poor girl. But anyway.
But
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Annette Funicello. She was very, needless to say, she was a very beautiful young girl who grew up to be a wonderful,
she was beautiful
young woman. I mean, I don't think not a single American guy that was born from the 50s, 40s, 50s on up that didn't have a crush on Annette Funicello at one time. Even, you know, I did, but, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody at that time.
Well, it was a rerun by the time I watched because TBS used to play the reruns of it.
Any bitch in black and white just didn't turn me on. I don't know what it was, man.
Yeah.
I need the color stimulation.
Now we got high def.
Lisa Welcher.
That's right.
Lisa Welcher was one of the Mouseketeers in the 70s version of the Mickey Mouse Club. In fact, they actually had Annette Funicello one time on the show, on the new Mickey Mouse, well, the 70s Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And those were the only two, Annette and Cubby, those are the only two Mouseketeers that people can ever actually remember. Just Annette and some other dude, Cubby O'Brien, because he was able to play the drums really well. Those are the only two Mouseketeers people have ever remembered. No one remembers anyone else. I mean, basically.
This is my first exposure to Cubby.
Yeah,
wow.
Because I've never heard of Cubby.
Alright, now who's this?
Well, they were just basically, I'll just put down the line of a whole lot of Mouseketeers.
Go ahead, Juan.
Yeah, Cubby O'Brien, who was part of the original Mickey Mouse Club with Annette Funicello. He was the son of big band drummer Haskell Hack O'Brien. Cubby was also personally picked by Disney to be part of the Mickey Mouse Club cast. And Cubby, after the show, he continued his musical legacy, touring with Spike Jones and Anne Margaret before becoming the on-camera drummer for the Carol Burnett Show in the late 60s. Eventually moved on to Broadway, acting as musical director for hits like Hair and Old Calcutta. Lisa Welcher, who was in the 1977 remix of Mickey Mouse Club, you all know her. She later became more famous for her good girl role as Blair on The Facts of Life. And Julie Pierre.
Wait a minute. Really? She was a Mouseketeer?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. She was also on Survivor recently.
Yeah, she was also on Survivor Philippines last year, tying for second place with Michael Skilton. Julie Piarski was also starring Mickey Mouse Club. She was also on The Facts of Life, at least from the first season, though. That's when they started, at the second season, they started cutting down all the girls on the show, from like 8 or 9 to like 4. Went down to like Lisa, Blair, Tootie, Joe, and, Natalie, the fat girl.
The Facts of Life.
Yeah. The fat girl. Hey, that's got to suck, Natalie. Don't nobody remember you for shit. Other than being a fat girl.
His words, not mine. I'm just Kerry Russell. They had an early 90s version of the new Mickey Mouse Club, the 90s version of it, which came from 1991 to 1993. Kerry Russell, the actress who's most recognized for her starring role in Felicity, for which she won a Golden Globe, got her television breakout role as a cast member, along with other people from the 90s version of the Mickey Mouse Club, Ryan Gosling.
Are you shitting me? He was a Mouseketeer.
Yep, Ryan Gosling, Rona Bennett. She had a recurring role on the Jamie Foxx show, and she joined the R&B group In Vogue. Also, Christina Aguilera was also. J.C. Chaz says the boy band from the group NSYNC, I think, along with his other bandmate Justin Timberlake, both those guys were on the Mickey Mouse Club as well, and even, which we now know, Britney Spears. So
Man,
the 90s.
this is like the fucking skull and bones of entertainment.
It was Skull and Bones
Yeah,
of
that's
kids
what it is,
entertainment.
the fucking Illuminati. Join the Mickey Mouse Club.
Be one of us.
You see the damn there, they got the
M-I-C. I see you through the screen.
Well, Mickey Mouse Club.
K-Y. Why? Because we're monitoring you.
Mickey Mouse Club was like the Menudo of the U.S.
Yeah, the Menudo of the U.S.?
Yeah, right, because they can only be at a certain age.
Yeah.
And look, they're all in the,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Menudo.
Ricky Martin.
That's I always thought the Mickey Mouse Club was corny. And what I used to watch was the old rerun.
Uh-huh.
The reruns were better because the new kids were like, they were too close to my age, so I saw them as just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But when you started to look at the old rerun,
Yeah.
then you realize, oh, okay, this is not so bad. But, and that Folicello was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Italian.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the worst porno ever made. It's called Beach Blanket Bango. It is the worst shit ever.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, it was from that time period.
yeah.
And it was, I was like, are you serious? This is
They didn't wear bathing suits.
It was like, there was worse shit on Cinemax.
Yeah.
We saw it on Cinemax, right?
No, I got it on DVD.
Who was in
man. I don't
that?
know
Who was the
why.
guy that played Beach Blanket?
Oh, Frankie
Avalon.
Yes, Frankie
Frankie
Avalon.
Avalon.
And he gave his respects to
And Cookie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cookie, I think, was in there too.
No,
Ed Cookie Burns.
Yeah, she always wore the super short shorts, right? She's always the one they showed.
No, Cookie was the guy.
Beach Blanket Banger.
He was like a heartthrob in the 50s. Ed Cookie
Oh.
Burns.
Man,
Hey, you
I
got
don't know
breaking
shit
news
about
for you,
Cookie,
Senator.
man.
Oh yeah, we got some breaking news.
What do we
From
got?
Stockbridge, yes, female officer creeper now on the move.
All right, now you got the female version.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I'm all about
In
that.
Stockbridge, Georgia, from WMUZ, Kenny Bergman, another office creeper is stealing wallets from women's purses in Henry County. This time it's a woman, and she's targeting medical offices, according to Henry County Police.
She's fat.
Yeah, I can see that from the picture. Police said that the thief knows her way around. She walks to medical offices as if she belongs there and finds purses sitting on desks. She may have worked at one of these agencies or is doing some kind of nursing or care, Sergeant Billy Smith said. She's familiar with going into these offices and knowing where to look. Police were able to tie 3 separate thefts to the woman who they are trying to identify because she's captured on surveillance video at 2 local businesses using a victim's credit cards. She immediately goes and makes a transaction before the cards can be deactivated, Sergeant Smith said. So far, she is tied to thefts at Piedmont Henry Hospital, the Laurel Park Rehab Center, and the Eagles Landing Diabetes and Endocrinology Clinic. All 3 locations are off of Eagles Landing Parkway in Stockbridge. So the surveillance videos are from a Best Buy store in Morrow and a Walmart in Stockbridge, where the suspect purchased an iPad with a stolen credit card. Witnesses said that the woman drove a white SUV. Police are asking anyone who knows anything about the thefts to call Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577-TIPS. Tips.
Yeah. Tips?
Tips.
Oh,
TIPS.
yeah.
404-577-8477.
There was an awful lot of typos in that article.
Yeah.
And just in his defense, they totally misspelled endocrinology.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
That's why I had trouble pronouncing it. I don't know.
Right. What else is in there?
Well,
I'm trying to pick out national stories, but all of them seem boring.
well, they're not bored. They just seem to be redundant because we talked about Annette Funicello.
Yeah.
And also, Margaret Thatcher. Actually, they are preparing, the Queen of England is preparing the funeral for Margaret Thatcher to have it.
The Queen herself? Bullshit. She's got her minions doing it.
Well,
But it's kind
well, the media's under her doing it.
Anyway. Next.
Well, in other news,
Holly Berry?
yes,
Yes.
another A-lister, yes, Halle Berry. 46-year-old Oscar-winning actress is pregnant with her second child, a baby boy. Yes, a baby boy, and her first child with fiance Oliver Martinez. According to the source confirmed to Us Weekly, adding that she's elated. And according to TMZ, when first broke the news, the California star is 3 months pregnant. So the baby-to-be will join big sister Nala, Barry's 5-year-old child, with ex Gabriel Aubrey, who got knocked the hell out one Thanksgiving by
he knocked the crap out of that guy.
Yeah, he knocked him out and then knocked her up. So
I like that. You're on it, Derek.
Yes. According to appearing on the Wendy Williams show last fall, the Cloud Atlas star admitted that little Nala is pining for a sibling, but a sister, but maybe she'll be happy with a little brother. Barry and the Frenchman confirmed their happy news a few months later, but have yet to set a wedding date. But
Wow.
She's grateful that she's
Wow.
becoming a mom past 40. And the thing is, that's going to be kind of a risky thing because once you get past your 30s, it's more difficult for a woman to have a child.
Birth defects go way up.
Oh, way up. Yes. Definitely, no doubt about it.
I just want a Down syndrome baby. I've heard this shit too much. Have you heard it? You say, oh, I've always wanted a Down syndrome baby. Why the fuck do you want a Down syndrome baby? Okay.
Oh, no.
I just had to get that off my chest.
I don't know anyone.
No, I have seen these Republican people that want to be just like Sarah Palin and that little Down syndrome baby. I mean, that's just. I'm sorry, but when I hear shit like that.
Are you sorry?
No, but when I hear shit like that, it makes me pissed the fuck off, man. Because I'm like, why do you want a baby with defect? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and plus you're going to
Why?
the child going to outlive you.
Are you
Who's
gonna
going to take care of the child after you die?
Exactly. But I'm not trying to rat. I really, I hate the fact that the condition exists, but to say that you won't. I can understand.
That's sad,
I can understand it.
Well, why you cold as hell, but you tell him, Chris. Like, dang. Classic Cameron says, congrats to Hallie. Gamer Girl, LOL. Sabuki says, damn, Vorp, myself, and Tiger are in agreement. Well, by Halle Berry, just another horror move on. Damn, that is cold, man.
Wow. Man, here we go.
No, I agree. No one hopes that they're dying, but I have seen idiots on television. I don't know if they put them on TV to piss me the fuck off. I think that sometimes, but I have seen these people that won't, and I'm like,
but you gotta think though. See, I don't know what these people were thinking. Like, hey, I want to hear that. Like,
maybe they're not thinking.
Probably not.
And talking at the same
because
time.
The thing is, because I know maybe because sometimes there are a lot of women who especially business women, who basically make it to the top. They kick butt in business in corporate America, what have you. Like, I can do it now. I can have a child. Ooh, how old are you? 40. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure her doctor advised against it, or at least, I don't know. If you got enough money, the doctor will fucking tell you, look at Michael Jackson. Yeah, sure, man. Keep getting this shit.
But see,
you'll wake up, man.
Yeah, of course. But that's a whole other kettle of fish right there. That's a whole other can of worms. But the thing is, like, once you get past 30, actually, once you get past 35, if you have a child at past 35, the risk of having a child past your 30s, or at least from 36 on up, is going to be risky.
Oh, yeah.
Because, my mom had my sister when 39, like about a month before his birthday. So she just barely made it before 40. And my sister just had my niece, Chloe, at age 37. She was 37 years old when she had Chloe. So, but still, even then, I don't know if she's planning having another child, but still though, anytime you have a child past 36, it's always going to be a risk.
It's a higher risk.
A higher risk. The chances of the child having birth defect just skyrocket. It just go from here to poof, just like that, just overnight. So And if you're gonna be in your 40s, my goodness, it's lucky the child even be born, you know.
No kidding.
Yeah, because there's a good chance you have
conception itself.
Yeah, because there's a chance, you know.
Wow, you got great eggs, girl.
Yeah, if it did, you got great eggs. You have a child at 40 something.
Yeah.
I mean, because if child can either be born with defects or just have a straight up miscarriage. So even that, I mean, if she has child's healthy, hey, my hats off to you. But I wouldn't get no more. Don't get no more.
Let me ask you a question. Could you bring up the Telegram? There's a great story there. See if you're able to get past this bullshit thing that keeps popping up.
They'll try to eggs.
You had a way of doing it the other day that you got through, right?
Yeah, it was through because he was it was able to get the individual story. You know, that's how I was able to get it.
So are you able to? No?
No, not really.
No? Okay, well, the Macon Police Department is, their complaints are up against them. Now let me try to see if I can read it line for line here. Okay. In 2011, the department had 396 employees, rising from 442 in 2012, said internal auditor Stephanie. See if I can get down. Which 26 were judged to involve violations of company policy, according to 20% of complaints in 2011 and 19 in 2012 was failure to report for duty. Complaint records by race and gender. For the most part, in both years, black males and white males comprised most of the allegations. She told members of the Council Public Safety Committee the numbers with slightly more complaints against white officers. Then it goes underneath, I can't see what else. Anyway, complaints are up on the police department. It doesn't surprise me, folks. Complaints against Macon police are up.
Yes.
And it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, and also related news, there has been an internal audit that shows a 52% increase in the number of allegations reported from 2011 to
That's the same story.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, Stephanie Jones, the City of
That's
Macon
it.
internal auditor, released an audit of internal affairs for City Council at a meeting of the Public Safety Committee. It says the report also showed spikes in the number of allegations of abuse of process and use of force. There were 46 abuse of process complaints in 2012 and 37 use of force complaints. According to the report, an average of 75% of the allegations made against the police did not result in any kind of suspension, instead ending in either written reprimand, verbal counseling, or simply being not sustained. Councilmember Rick Hutto told WMAZ Channel 13 that he was quote-unquote troubled that there's no explanation quote-unquote for the increases, but says he hopes to interpret the numbers and find out why complaints are on the rise. Says while some council members question whether police can effectively discipline their own, Deputy Chief Mike Carswell says many of the complaints go unsustained simply because there isn't enough evidence to support them. It says we take everything into consideration, Carswell said, and if there's not enough evidence to prove that this officer violated.
Of course not, there's not enough evidence because they're hiding in those bastards.
Yeah, because oftentimes they're not sustained. At the meeting, representatives from the mayor's office also announced that the shooting review board will be set for Wednesday, April 17th at 10 a.m. The board will review protocol followed after the December 21st shooting of Sammy Davis Jr. In that case, a GBI report showed that the man struggled with an officer and left him with a gash on his neck in the moments before the officer shot.
Yeah.
After reviewing the GBI findings, District Attorney David Cook ruled the officer involved in that case had not committed any crimes and was in reasonable fear of his life. That review board has been delayed for procedural reasons after council passed unanimous law requiring 2 civilian members.
No, I'm not smoking pot, you stupid ass. This is tobacco. Anyway, what else are we doing here? Well, it figures. The complaints are up, but here's the thing. They were always there. But I believe that because of our efforts in exposing, you see, so we did have an impact, you know?
Yes.
We did have some impact. I think that because of us going out and discovering that they were lying to us, and they continue to lie, obviously, that a lot of people started to raise their awareness, and now we've got this. It doesn't surprise me. It was just a matter of time before all the shit starts to come down on their head. And I'm happy that that is in fact the case. You know, there's been too much going on. And the other thing is, we're not even talking about what's still left. I mean, they're talking about complaints. But what about all the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes, like taking drugs and taking money? And Lord only knows. Matter of fact, I want to read this letter that Eric Hutto wrote.
Who was a guest on this show, by the way?
Who was a guest on this show.
And no relation to Rick
previous show.
Yeah, no relation to Rick Hutto.
Yeah. And I'm going to read this letter. And, Wolfowitz, calm down. Okay? Alright, the purpose of this letter is to cast a reminder into the minds of those whom are entrusted with the law. Based on a conglomeration of public opinion, independent and biased and unbiased research studies, congressional and senatorial hearings, and an innumerable amount of evidence, it is obvious that the illegitimacy of law enforcement and office holders have become intolerable on a wide-scale level. The citizens of the United States of America are, and I underestimate, fed up with the rule of government, with the imposure of its agencies. My concern particularly is the abuse of policy and the criminal activities carried out by those whom are entrusted to interpret, abide, and assert the constitutional law. Many citizens find within themselves a fiery disposition of human nature being imposed by the government countrywide. The harmony which had existed between the people of the United States and the government has diminished expeditionally due to the many factors, including the distortion of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, beginning with the Brady Bill, dictatorial suppression, patriots being leveled as terrorists for asserting their rights lawfully, according to the original document written by our forefathers, to give birth to the greatest nation on earth. The law is being turned from its original purpose for the contrary purpose of lawful plunder. The media being used by the government as a tool of propaganda, and the rise in military affairs domestically, and many other obvious forms of misinterpretation of the American people. The American people are awake. We are aware of the corrupt legislative activities taking place in high office. We are aware of the racketeering, money laundering, prostitution, sale of drugs, planting of evidence, abuse of policy, abuse of power, the brutality carried out by police authority. We are aware of the decay and the perversion of the judicial branch of government. We are aware of the manipulation and the consolidation of federal agencies. We are aware of the encroachment on our liberties and rights. We are aware of your treason. We will remain focused and attentive towards your wrongdoing. The servant can never become greater than the master, and tyranny cannot be legalized. The law put into effect during the moment of the ratification of the Constitution of the United States of America still remains in effect in the minds and hearts of every liberty-loving American. The dynamic of the situation facing this country is a perplexing one, and there are no readily available solutions. I can tell you this though, revenge and retribution are a natural dynamic that occurs when justice is taken out of the equation. The justice has nearly completely been taken out of the equation at this point. Your credibility is weakening. Your authority is becoming inexcusable. Your jurisdiction is not of this land. Your laws formed and enforced for the purpose of selfish interest and inheritance have hereby been announced to be null and void. If you contribute or have ever passively contributed to lawful plunder, you are on notice. Eric Hutter. Unbelievable.
And this just in, the
That guy's
Unabomber's new manifesto.
That guy's brilliant. I mean, he's brilliant. Well written. This guy that rides on a bike and it's home.
Yes.
Sounds kind of like the Harvard professor's manifesto. Unabomber. So,
well, all I'm saying is it. That is one of my goals right now. Lord, we're number one. That is one of my goals right now. One of my goals is to expose this kind of behavior, and I really take it personally, and I'm sure that other people are, when I'm talking about especially the police department here in Macon. The police department here in Macon obviously has a lot to desire, and on top of that, there is a lot of corruption going on there that is now just very slowly being exposed. And I'm happy for that. At least we're moving forward and not backwards so much with these people. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think there's going to be some progress coming up. I mean, there's going to be some results, whether good or bad. It's just, I wouldn't be surprised that heads are going to be rolling soon.
I mean, yeah, we'll get new heads in there. They're just gonna be just like the exact same fucking heads we got out there. Because this place does not change. I've seen 50 years of the same monotonous bullshit.
Yep.
Well,
I've changed the name. I guarantee you, Joe Allen wins fucking mayor, and the shit's gonna be status quo for the next fucking 20 years.
Have you ever been arrested, Chris?
No. What kind of fucking question is that? I live in Macon. I live in Bloomville. Do you think I've been arrested?
Well, I'll ask the same question to Derek. Derek, have you ever been arrested?
Been arrested?
No. It's coming out of the woodwork.
That's right. The one black guy here hasn't been arrested.
Go figure.
Fucking yeah, I guess totally fucking the system.
I guess I don't.
I ain't fighting the power, yes.
No, did you?
No, I mean, if you count like when I was 15, caught by the campus police.
That's right, man.
You
come be smoking a cigarette.
Hey, you ain't been arrested.
Fuck you, Irv.
Well, yeah, but
hey, let me tell you something. If you ain't been arrested in Macon, you ain't lived there long.
Yeah,
exactly.
Something's wrong.
Have you ever been arrested in Macon?
Place is so
You're
fucked up.
That's how you meet the police around here.
Well,
You
that's
don't
what's
know who the
happening.
fuck they are until they're arrested.
Hey, Ed, there's a story that the police complaints are going up.
I read that, yeah.
I know,
Yes,
I know it's ironic, right? But, you know, I guess I'm not thuggish enough. Evil. I don't have enough tattoos or gunshot wounds on my body.
I'm just white. You still haven't answered the question. Never?
Never.
Wow.
I mean,
the only black man that I know has never been arrested in Macon, Georgia.
I mean, do you count the time when I got in Mercer Police or something? Or count
Hey,
or they don't count?
When we go to break, I've got to reboot.
Okay.
Okay.
I got updates I've got to go through.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, anyway.
And it's break time.
It's 9 o'clock right now.
Let's go to break.
Let's finish our first hour of the morning roast. It's 54 degrees outside of Macon, Georgia. It's nice and sunny. Continue to be sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 60 degrees. We'll be right back.
We're going off air. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
We're going down for a few minutes, but we'll be back.
Somebody needs to be watching. I can't. Y'all, somebody needs to be on. Somebody needs to be watching the show. I can't watch it. One of you guys got to be on. You hear what I'm saying? He doesn't hear a word I fucking say. Definitely.
Prosecutors tried Friday to paint a picture of DeMarquise Elkins as a gang member. They pointed to his own body as evidence. A Glenn County police investigator testified that pictures taken of Elkins in jail after he was arrested for the murder of 13-month-old Antonio Santiago show tattoos signifying that he is affiliated with gangs.
The tattoo on Mr. Elkins' right arm, which is the name of his mother, Karima, in the eye, is a platform stomp. That is common for people nation gangs, including the Bloods.
A snapshot of a MySpace page under the name of DeMarquise Elkins, First Coast News found shortly after his arrest, shows a red bandana background with the word Bloodline.
On the right arm, upper arm, there's 3 burn marks in triangle form. These 3 marks are generally signified in gang culture. The 3 places that a gang member will end up, which is the hospital, prison, or the morgue.
Elkins' defense attorney questioned the investigator, asking if he's ever seen, quote, posers. But according to the Brunswick Police Chief, a violent crimes task force created 4 months ago has found that more than a dozen gangs are operating in Glenn County.
We have identified over 120 members of gangs, and the biggest one, we identified 15 known gang units in this city now.
While the chief won't comment on if he thinks the murder of Antonio Santiago may have been gang-related, some residents say the crime has robbed them of their sense of security.
I used to go walking around my neighborhood for exercise at least 3 or 4 times a week, and I haven't been out since. Just too nervous to go.
Sorry.
Harry Potter made his first slime not to look like a piece of cake. There's no way it would be that easy in real life. Wait, what? Hey, I'm Jillian on Budget Beat. Alright, here's a new meme that everyone from a muggle to a wizard can get behind. Pottering. All you need is a broomstick, jumping skills, and a friend with impeccable timing, and poof, you're pottering. Like the Hadouken and Vadering memes that came before it, pottering is all about the jump. It's a little tougher this time because you have a prop to worry about. Or not, because here's a guy who says he's pottering the kitchen pool, so I guess it's pretty easy. The Facebook page Public Pottering shows off some pretty impressive potters, though. These girls really know what they're doing. And this guy got creative, getting some height. But seriously, guys, be careful out there. We don't all have Harry's broom skills to keep us safe. But 6 weeks now, you know, pass on.
I'm running out of videos. Y'all need to come back to me.
Well, it's been nearly a week since the little Georgia man went missing in the Oklahoma River. The man is now presumed dead, but as WGSS Christian Drummond shows us, rescue crews are working tirelessly to recover his body.
The search for 24-year-old Aaron Cross started off promising Sunday for the Macon Big Fire Department guys.
Backyard rescue do their thing. I just seen them.
It's the same spot cadaver dogs hit last week, indicating Cross's body may be stuck underwater. But after searching the river for more than an hour, Cross went missing in the Yankee River Monday. They became exhausted across the river, was swept downstream, and eventually pulled under the water. This is the second time the diver has hit the water in his search for Cross, but diver Darren Flanders says the conditions aren't that much better.
Really cold, the water temperature up there about 53, 54 degrees. Water's moving really fast. It's almost like you're running across the bottom.
After each diver searched for about 8 minutes, each one resurfaced without any luck.
Because at a certain point, your body just will start to surface.
Based off water temperatures, the state of and wait for the water levels to drop.
At this point, it's going to be when Jones is going to get rid of that. We'll keep trying.
Kristen Drummond, WGXN.
And we are back.
We're back.
We're into the second hour of the morning roast with yours truly, DB, along with Irving Martinez, Chris bringing the pain,
Sitting in.
for Anthony Harris.
The other bald me.
Yes. And behind the camera, behind the nerve center, behind the wheels of steel, making karaoke, Ed Einbinder. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. It's 54 degrees outside Macon, Georgia. It's sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 60 degrees.
Yeah. What are we talking about now?
Yeah, it looks like a fucking breakfast cereal.
Yeah, they're working with the people in the chat room working with the new emoticons in the
They're
emoticons
talking
in
about
the chat
something
room.
in North and what the hell? You guys are just going on.
Well, you gotta refresh your thing.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
Oh,
And,
okay. Well, let me just get out, I guess. We were number one, now we're not even on the screen.
Fucking Cocoa Puffs,
We're still,
man.
well, at least for mine, we're still number one so far.
You still number one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I do have some stories, particularly some local stories. That's in Homer.
Man plunges.
Yeah, Bleckley sinkhole is back, bigger than ever now. From
Where?
Bleckley County.
Like it went away. What did it fill
The whole
itself
world
in?
is sinking.
Yeah, a Bleckley County man said a sinkhole that swallowed a pond on his property is now big enough to put a whole house in. Oliver Hodge says the hole showed up in early March of this year, but eventually it filled back up with water. Now, not only is the water drained, but the hole is much, much larger. Hodge estimates it measures about 90 feet across and could be as deep as 50 feet. It's also threatening his son's home, which is on the same tract of land. Says that the family is considering moving the house to safety. Hodge says he also noticed a change in the color of his well waters, which he says it looks like milk. He says that he called a county inspector to test it and ensure it's safe for drinking.
What do you think that's all about?
If it's not milk.
I think they're pulling out so much oil out of the ground that deep within the recesses of Earth is starting to like pull everything in and shrinking.
Yeah.
Like Swiss cheese.
Nah.
No?
I mean, it's just, we've been through like 5 years of drought. And that makes the water table just depleted so much. There's these empty caverns. But in that particular area, Dodge County, there are sinkholes everywhere. And you can go in there and find fossils and shit. And
There you go.
Yeah, people do that. But, I mean, it's just natural occurrence because
but
so
it's
much
happening
rain,
a lot, bro.
it saturates the soil. The soil caves into these caverns, and then you have. I mean, it's,
we have a call.
We have a call here.
Okay.
Morning Rose. Oh, Gamer Girl, hold on a second.
What's up, girl?
Hey, Gamer
Go
Girl.
ahead, girl.
It's an audio issue again.
What was the question?
Basically, to fix the audio.
Okay. Try it now. Ask her now.
How is it now?
How's it now?
Can you hear me now? Yeah, they can.
Oh, great.
Oh, it's better now?
Yeah.
Thanks, Gamer.
It's good to actually hear your voice.
She wants to talk to Chris. Let her talk to Chris. Just give her the phone.
Yeah, I'm out of here, man.
Thanks,
Okay.
Colin. Appreciate it. Bye. She says he can hear her, but not the telephone.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it was kind of
Anyway.
fucking you, know what I mean?
She's got a nice voice, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Very pleasant.
Definitely pleasant.
It
Anyway.
sounded like the typical Jersey girl, you know? There was absolutely no snooking in her.
Okay. Well, speaking of
Speaking of
Snooki in Jersey or or something casino-ish, There's in Albany, New York, a Resorts World Casino broke its own revenue record in March, according to a report from the New York Post. The casino saw a revenue of $71.2 million, breaking the previous record of $59.8 million set in July, according to the report.
Mm-hmm.
The weather was considered one of the most contributing factors to increased revenue, the New York Post report said. I guess if it's raining outside, you just don't feel like gambling, I guess. I don't know. If it's sunny,
Well,
roll that dice.
I mean, but yeah, I mean,
I bet
honestly,
it's going to be sunny tomorrow.
yeah. All they have to do is fix the fucking game. Not like they own it already fixed. Shit, come on, man.
Yep, that's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Keep going.
Okay, in other news, in Atlanta, police are investigating how a man plunged from a 10th floor balcony of a high-rise building in Atlanta.
Man.
Authorities say that the man fell from a condominium tower in the city's Buckhead area early Monday morning yesterday. Police told WXIA-TV that his body was discovered shortly after 5 a.m. outside the Ovation Buckhead Plaza condos on Peachtree Road. Officers at the scene said they have not yet determined whether the unidentified man jumped, fell, or was pushed. So we'll definitely know.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably your three choices. Jump, barrel,
How many
push.
stories?
10 stories.
Wow. 10th floor.
And that was like
And
in
he
the
came
morning.
down
So
hard, didn't
they just found his body at 5 in the morning. Ain't no telling how long he'd been there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they didn't say he died at 5. They just found his body at 5. Now, if you just happened to fall at 5,
Yeah,
he might have been.
if someone falls off a balcony and no one's around to hear it,
Doesn't make
did
sense.
he fall off the balcony?
Unreal.
Wow.
Well,
Thoughts to ponder.
Yes. That'll be the next one. That'll be for my next one.
I'm trying to find a good story and they're just so ridiculous. Like, who the hell wants to know about Optic launches its first biometric scanning tool for iPhone?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who gives a
Nobody
shit?
wants to know that, man.
Well,
Let's
this
just
one's
keep the
kind of-
new
this
world
one's kind
order
of,
back there.
No, a little bit down.
Retinal scans for your iPhone.
Right there.
Okay.
Yes, because there's something that was really kind of fishy. It's been fishy about it ever since Michael Clark Duncan, who died last year, said that his sister, Michael
He
Clark.
died?
Yeah, he died of a heart attack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan's sister is having Omarosa investigated. Very.
Yeah, I don't like that bitch anyway.
Who
Michael
doesn't?
Duncan's sister Judy is not happy with her late brother's will. Specifically, some last minute changes to it. Judy has hired a lawyer to investigate whether the whole 9-yard star was of sound mind when he made the change. The suspect's beneficiary.
She's suspect.
Oh, she's his beneficiary, Omarosa Manigault, influenced the actor, whose health had apparently already been failing in 2011 to make changes in April 2012. Adding extra fuel to her suspicions is the fact that Omarosa had been selling off many of Michael's prized possessions since his death. Considering how Omarosa responded to LaToya Jackson's comment about a role in his death, we can only assume Judy better prepare herself for the full wrath of Omarosa. No shit.
Plot thickens. The
We'll
plot
see
thickens.
how good she does in the courtroom as opposed to the boardroom.
I don't know what Michael Clark Duncan saw in her, but I'm saying for Omarosa, I wouldn't forget a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't trust her with a 10
Was he
mile.
going out with her?
And I think it's
Was he going out?
yeah, but I think that should be proof enough that he was not in fucking sound mind. Okay, look at this shit. Who in their right mind would? I mean, maybe she's really nice off the camera. I fucking doubt it.
Yeah. Granted, she's not bad looking though, but she's like, inside her, she's probably like a whole 180. I mean, her soul is like just repugnant, just dirty.
Wow.
I mean, to say the least, that's about the cleanest I can say it. It's like you could grow farm products with a
Yeah, I mean, she reminds me. She's the black version of Ann Coulter.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Right.
I look at a good-looking blonde Ann Coulter, and then she says something, and then it's just like, oh my God.
Not only, Ann Coulter ain't all that. She's got no lips, that woman. Woman's got no lips.
But at least Omarosa looks somewhat feminine. Ann Coulter looks very, very, very mannish.
Well, now
she got a big ass Adam's apple. I'm
she
sorry.
looks like a freaking Afghan.
I don't know too many women with freaking Adam's apples. I'm just saying.
You ever see an Afghan dog?
Yeah.
That's what Ann Coulter looks like.
An Afghan ham.
Yeah, an Afghan.
I can see that.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
If she were a dog,
She just had that. Well, I mean,
if she were a real dog, that's what she would be. An Afghan.
Winchester 9708 says Ann Coulter is the devil. Woo! Wow.
Wow. Ann Coulter.
well, I mean, she's really. I mean, she's just one of them people that goes so far to the absurd, obscene right that it just totally blows any legitimacy she has to me. I mean, somebody had. I mean, she says so many fucking outrageous bullshit.
Wow.
Kim Kardashian, long before Ray J, Reggie, Chris, and Kanye, there was another boy who stole Kim Kardashian's heart and took something else along with it. As we reported last month, the Kardashian family on Oprah's Next Child revealed that Kimmy went on birth control at age 14 and lost her virginity at that same age. In the interview, in the interview, Kim revealed that she lost it to a boy she'd been dating for years, and now we know just who her
Who
card
took her
was.
B card? Yeah.
Remember yesterday we mentioned former Kardashian nanny, Lisa Tello? Well, according to the book, Nanny Brehan wrote that she had been working for the family from 91 to 96 when Kim was dating T.J. Jackson. Oh, look at that. She lost it to a Jackson, I guess. Yep. He's the nephew of Michael Jackson, son of MJ's brother Tito. DJ is now married with kids, but who knows what could potentially have been. Mr. Kardashian.
Miss Jackson Kardashian getting nasty.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least we know now it was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Wow, I just fucking.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that she could have been a Jackson 10 years ago? Wow.
She kind of looks like a Jackson.
Why? Because the nose.
Creepy looking. Well, look at her mother.
I mean, is this fucking news?
Oh no.
I don't know what the
The
hell.
biggest horror
Which
on the planet right now.
I'm still trying to figure out. Well, I'm still trying to figure out what
Who
was.
is the fucking
I'm still
killer?
trying to figure out. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, I'm still trying to figure out how in the world Tyler Perry was thinking about casting Kim Kardashian in his new recent movie Temptation.
She did, didn't he?
Yeah,
he
was in the movie, and I think somebody was on this another. It was a radio show, I think Doug Banks show. That's a show that took over Michael Basin's show in the afternoon on 101.7 FM Macon. And some woman said, "You think maybe he casted Kim Kardashian so he could get more white people to watch his movies?" And I said, maybe I'll call it. Probably not just. I think Tyler Perry did not just to get more white people to watch his movies. I think
He was trying to get ladies, man.
he was trying to get more black men to watch his movies.
Yeah,
To get Kim Kardashian, because we know, Kim is kind of a hottie, despite a pregnant one. But
I don't
of course,
see it,
you're
man.
what?
I mean,
It's the face and the curves and all that stuff, and and plus the way you talk like this. But
Look, man, all I gotta do is watch their fucking show one time.
How you
and I'm
doing,
like,
Earl?
nah,
How you doing, Earl? Patient call, like, talk to y'all later. Okay, thanks. We'll see you. Thanks for coming in, Earl. I appreciate it. What you saying about Kim?
Oh man,
Oh yeah, we know about
I just
the
saw
show.
it. I mean, it's just like fucking what is it? Bruce Jenner is her dad or something?
Her stepdad, you know,
Dad,
because the
whatever.
biological dad died, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bruce.
That's what I'm-
You
I mean,
should
come on.
run your ass on out of there, Olympic style.
Yeah, I saw the picture, gamer girl. Thank you. Thanks, man. If I send it to Ed, hopefully he'll get it. But I will definitely talk about it. See if I can still.
What are you talking about, man?
There's a picture that gamer girl left. It is very funny. It's about this woman who embarrasses her husband with a sign at WrestleMania 29 this past Sunday. It says, "Ever see the picture of kids that were punished by their parents by being made to stand on the street corner with a sign saying what they did? You know, I stole a pie, I stole a pack of 9-laters and stuff."
Yeah.
Well, one woman took creating a sign on a whole new level. It says one woman who attended WrestleMania 29 at MetLife Stadium this past Sunday decided she was going to do her part to let the world know that her husband was cheating on her.
Yeah.
Not only was her husband cheating on her, but apparently her husband was attending WrestleMania 29 with the home wrecker, as her sign said. The jilted wife was kind enough not only point out that her cheating spouse was there, but actually pointed out exactly where he was sitting.
Yeah.
Like, dang, what do you think about the sign? Was the woman doing out of line for doing it, or was she right?
What the fuck do you think, man? That was awesome.
It says the sign says my cheating husband in row 129 was in seat number 129, row 31, seat 78.
Yeah, man, you could have put that sign together a little better because I mean people were probably looking around going, well, what the fuck is he talking about?
Well, this must have been during one of the commercial breaks or something during that. But she had the sign. She usually have it up in the air, but you know she's probably like just calling someone on the phone. And this must have been like during the commercial break or whatever.
Well, here's a story,
That's all.
right?
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, March 26th, Irving Martinez became the fourth candidate to announce an intent to run for District 2 seat on the Macon Bid Commission. Martinez, originally from New York, has lived in Macon for several years and has been a frequent critic of big county government and Macon City Council specifically. In an interview with the Macon Telegraph, he was quoted as saying, "I'm angry, but I'm also determined." The 50-year-old East Macon resident has been thrown out of the Macon City Council meetings in the past. Last year, Martinez was a candidate for the majority Democratic State Senate 26. On July 31st, 2012, the smaller turnout in the state Senate race helped Irving Martinez force a runoff between David Lucas and Miriam Parris. Martinez garnered 1,500, they say 1,003. 24 votes, or 5% of the vote. Lucas had missed the winning contest outright by less than 2 percentage points. Overall, Lucas had a 49.23%, while Parris received 45%, and Martinez with a surprising 5.9%. Lucas did manage to defeat Parris in the August 2012 Democratic primary and won decisively in the general election on November 6th. Despite never holding office before, Irving told WMAZ the following: "I'm going to fight tooth and nail for what's important."
Can I say it with you?
Yeah.
I'm going to fight tooth and nail for what's important. In the scheme of things, it's people that are important. Not roads, not buildings, not even movies. What's important right now is humanitarians, to be human, and to eliminate the greed and the hypocrisy that has torn this city apart.
Yeah, baby.
Said Martinez.
Well, thank you. That was perfect. With 4 announced candidates thus far, Martinez, Pickling, Schlesinger, and Brandon Carlisle, the possibility of one more candidate is possible. The most experienced candidate in the district race is Henry Pickling. On February 19th, Pickling made his announcement. Pickling represented Ward 3 post 2 in the Macon City Council from 1979 to 2007. In 2010, Pickling reclaimed the seat in the Macon City Council in the special election. Pickling, a pastor of Mount Vernon Baptist Church of Macon, has been one of the more vocal elected leaders in Macon government and has gone on record in his opposition of HB 1171 along with nonpartisan elections. The former Southwest High School Social Studies teacher received his doctorate from Mercer University in 2010 and believes his experience will be an asset moving forward in this newly consolidated Macon big government slated to begin in 2014. I have lived in Macon all my life. I don't know of anyone who would be better qualified than me. Pickling has shown that he is not afraid to speak up publicly about local Republicans' efforts to circumvent the Voting Rights Act by reducing the electoral impact of African Americans in city county government through legislative purpose and whatever. Alright, so here we go.
Yeah.
I'm mentioning the paper, I didn't even know about it.
Okay, now what's your take on that? What's your take on
What's
this
your take
whole,
on that?
on this whole redistricting? I mean, because, that's what got me fired up when I read the 11th hour was Rick Hutto's
March 28th.
response to things. And his basic thing was, his main problem was that the election is in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, it claims that the Justice Department has proven that that is racist to vote in July.
Yeah, that's true.
How the fuck is that true?
Wait a minute.
What?
What was his
That's
statement?
basically, I know that he says that black people don't turn out to vote unless it's November. I guess it's the only time black people will vote.
It's a hot
November.
time.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's a hot time. People can't get out because the weather's 100 degrees.
So
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, people.
Oh, come on, man. What?
Well, not just black folks, but
What?
it's just
The
that-
entire fucking summer, everybody goes into a little hole in the ground and hibernates and shit? I don't follow that shit.
No.
I don't
But the
follow
thing is,
that shit.
I know you don't believe, but the thing is, who wants to be in the freak? People already don't like to be in long lines like DMV, and that's indoor. Who wants to be outside in a long line?
I've
to
never
vote?
been to a long line to vote in this fucking city.
Because not that many people vote in the first
Exactly.
place in July. So that's not a racial.
People just don't fucking vote.
That's
okay?
not a racial thing,
They
that's
don't
a
care.
weather
They
thing.
look at the candidates and say, well, fuck, it's the same people. Except for Mr. Martinez.
Gilbert says, "Really? Are you kidding me? You vote due to weather? That is retarded."
Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly, right there. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If that is a problem, then you don't need to vote any fucking way. Oh, it's too damn cold.
It's too hot.
This is good. I'm all over this.
Wow.
Alright, well, there we go.
Let's see. I think I have a couple more news. Let's see. North Korea tells foreigners in South to take safety measures. This is from CNN. North Korea issued its latest dispatch of ominous rhetoric Tuesday, telling foreigners in South Korea they should take steps to secure shelter or evacuation to protect themselves in an event of a conflict on the Korean peninsula. The unnerving message came as Japan set up missile defenses in Tokyo and North Korean workers failed to turn up for work in the industrial complex jointly operated by North and South Korea. In the statement published by state-run media Tuesday, the North Korea Asian Pacific Peace Committee reiterated accusations that Washington and Seoul were seeking to provoke a war with Pyongyang. Once a war is ignited on the peninsula, it will be an all-out war, the committee said, adding that the North Korea doesn't want foreigners in South Korea to fall victim to a conflict, despite the fact that there hasn't been a war in Korea in 60 years since the Korean War back then.
Well, it never officially ended, so.
Well, yeah, it's known. That's why it's known as the Forgotten War. It wasn't for like the movie and the TV show MASH, people wouldn't even know what the Korean War was about. You know? Yeah. Yeah. But staff at the British, it follows a warning from North last week to its diplomats in its capital city, Pyongyang, that if war were to break out, it would not be able to guarantee their safety. But staff at the British embassy in Seoul appeared unimpressed by the North's most recent attempt to rattle nerves in the region. It says, we are not commenting on the specifics of every piece of rhetoric from North Korea, said Colin Bray, head of the media affairs at the embassy. Our travel advice remains unchanged. At this moment, we see no immediate threat to British citizens in South Korea. And several Western countries said last week they had no plans to withdraw staff from Pyongyang after the North's warning to diplomats there. And foreign visitors in Seoul didn't appear to be panicking Tuesday. It says, I am concerned, but not enough to make the trip, said Vicky Polashok, who was visiting from Atlanta. So what are your thoughts about that? That North Korea's starting to get gangster.
Man, somebody needs to spank that little bastard. That's all it is.
That
Dennis Rodman should have thrown over his fucking knee and said, shut up.
I just want to show you something.
Mm-hmm.
That
Bomb and Gangnam style. Yeah. Bomb and Gangnam style. Anyway.
I want to show you something that really infuriates me because the press doesn't really check its facts, and they just put shit out, right?
Right.
Without really knowing the facts. Here, there's a story about me running for District 26, so this is going back a little while. It says, the state court documents show Martinez was charged with loitering and obstruction in January. That's true.
Man, they should have shot you.
Right? State records.
Is it too early?
Speak of the devil.
Well, state court records show.
I knew they must be talking about Urban. It's all about Urban. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, take your seat, brother.
Go get in there.
Pull a seat over.
Go.
Okay, man.
Don't stand there. I'm
coming, man. I'm going to listen to your story.
Anyway, they make it seem like I was arrested on probation violation.
Yeah.
I wasn't arrested on that. I was arrested for criminal trespassing, which is true, because I was at the landlord's house yelling at him for putting my shit out and it all getting stolen. That's the reason. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just.
They change everything.
When you said.
And Howie Hansel's name comes up.
Oh my goodness.
On top of that shit.
Dang, I keep thinking about Eddie Murphy when he's talking about his landlord. I kept thinking about Eddie Murphy saying out loud, kill my landlord. Kill my landlord.
Yeah, I was really pissed off.
Dog on the floor. You read right? Kill my landlord. Kill my landlord.
Kill my son of a bitch landlord, that phony bastard. Walks around pretending that he cares about people that scumbag. Anyway.
Wow. Oh
so
my.
here we are.
Mm-hmm.
1 year later, and I'm doing a lot better. Well, somewhat. Okay, what do we got here?
Yeah, I got some news, some news from China, from CNN. It says
Another bird flu.
Yes, China's bird flu crisis showed no sign of easing today, as another person was reported to have died from the virus. The state-run Xinhua news agency reported 4 new cases of H7N9 avian influenza, or bird flu, were reported Monday. 2 of eastern China's Jiangsu province, 1 in neighboring Anhui province, and another case in Shanghai where the patient died. This brings the total number of people infected in the country to 24, with 7 deaths, according to China's National Health and Family Planning Commission. The virus had been found in pigeons, but had not been previously discovered in humans until a series of cases were reported in China last week.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna fly like a bird a minute.
Okay.
Alright, so they got this bird flu.
Yeah.
And so what do they sneeze? I mean, how do they know they got the flu?
I don't know. They didn't
I
say-
guess they test.
No, I mean,
they-
you fucking die, man.
I mean, they ain't been French kissing pigeons or anything like that, but
How do you know you got the flu? You fucking die, man. This isn't normal flu. This isn't like I got the fucking rhinovirus, man.
well,
This is like, you know.
getting back to the story.
Go ahead, man.
In Shanghai, where 5 people from 11 reported cases have now died, more than 100,000 live birds have been killed in the past week at live poultry markets across the city in an effort to contain the problem. The Shanghai Municipal Ministry of Agriculture have said a number of cities across China have also announced trading suspensions. During a press conference in Beijing, World Health Organization and Chinese health ministry officials moved to reassure the public about the outbreak, saying they would continue to jointly monitor the behavior of the virus. Although we do not know the source of the infection, at this time there's no evidence of sustained human-to-human transmission, said the WHO's Michael O'Leary. Well, WHO, World Health Organization, not the man.
Who?
Yeah. Liang Wannian, the director of the H7N9 Influenza Prevention and Control Office under the National Health and Family Planning Commission, told reporters that 621 close contacts of infected patients have been monitored with no reported abnormalities. Meanwhile, Chinese Vice Premier Lu Langdong called for further efforts to prevent both the spread of H7N9 infections and the treatment of patients after visiting the country's disease control center on Monday, Xinhua reported. She also urged more transparency in information about the virus and said any new infection should be discovered, reported, diagnosed, and treated as early as possible. She added that the President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang, were paying close attention to the crisis. So what do you think, man? If it actually happens, if it spreads in China, it's gonna be like wildfire.
Well, if the shit's in pigeons, it should be here by now, right? In fact, I guarantee you that's what they're doing. They're gonna send a bunch of fucking homing bird flu pigeons to our area. And there's nothing we can do about it.
But the thing is, but can a pigeon can fly that far away? I mean, that's like 12,000 miles.
Man, don't knock the pigeons. Man, pigeons is some bad motherfuckers, man. I mean, they got GPS in that shit, man. I mean, don't mess with that.
Well, that's homing pigeons.
Exactly. They can train these pigeons to come get them.
But I don't know, man. Pigeons, I don't know. They seem to have like a bad attitude. Like, what, you know, what?
What the hell are we talking about today?
We're talking about a China bird flu crisis.
I thought that shit already came
right.
right.
No, man, it's always bad.
It's always
There's
bad.
always that
Another
boogeyman disease.
Another propaganda machine.
Yes,
right?
well, up here.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We have
Assholes.
in here. Yes, we talked about.
Hello, Roslyn.
Yes, hi there, Rosin.
You're right.
Earlier in the show,
West
we
campus.
talked about.
There's my brother, man, Herb. How you been?
Yes, we talked about the previous death of Margaret Thatcher and also the death of Annette
Yeah, did we
Funicello.
talk about that 3 days in a row now?
Yeah, you talked about Annette Funicello again.
Yeah, I heard she died.
She died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the new one. But the Iron Lady we talked about 2 shows ago.
No, that was Roger Ebert.
No, we talked about Iron Lady just yesterday already. It's not.
Yesterday.
Yeah, so 2 days in a row. You guys are hooked on the Iron Lady.
What is this, the morning obituary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the show been going this morning? I bet it's nowhere near as loud as it is now.
Actually,
When I showed
it
up.
was.
Oh, it was loud. Okay.
With this guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're getting loud.
Yeah, it's gotten louder. Look at that. We line up like the evolutionary scale here. It's like Urban's on the low. It's like, let's do it, guys. It's like the evolutionary, from ape to man thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Look at Dirty. He's like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
No.
Which way is it going again?
That's right.
Because you the hairiest one then, so
That's
you
right.
have them as a big
Right.
man.
I just realized that's a really politically correct joke.
Yeah.
Evolution scale of Dirty scale.
Unreal.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, man.
Well, you know, it's that kind of day. I bet they're all loving it.
Give her good.
Well, I can't help it. I'm taller than you guys. And if we go at an angle, you get up a little bit higher, you'll be a little taller.
That's true.
Actually, you two need to switch because Derek is calling.
That is funny,
Derek,
though.
It is
Come
like,
up like
it's like
roller
the Darwin. It's like the Darwin. You know, nature man.
It's like a roller coaster.
But yeah, you need to swap.
Now, you're more like a Craig Magnus motherfucker. I don't want to hear you.
Hey, where does that fit? Where does that fit?
Oh, Ed's like the
I don't know what the
Ed's
fuck
like the
that is.
Uber being. He's the Uber being. He's beyond what we're at right now.
Look at that mug.
He's like the future.
He's the god.
Anyway, this is from protozoa to man, and then Ed's like
Protozoa.
above man. Ed's like the god, the super.
Yeah, it's
Uberman.
Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
He's
people.
a Thor in my ass.
God. Thor.
Yeah, he's done
Thor.
evolve past the god and given up.
Thor, god of flatulence.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyway, so we're here, and it's good to have you.
Yes, I got my coffee. I'm good.
Glad you
glad
came.
to see Mr. Chris Payne in the
I'm
house.
glad you came for many reasons.
Yeah.
Also, that we
I
also
need one of you guys to jump the car off for a
Yeah.
little bit leave.
we
Oh,
also
shit.
we also talked about Louisville defeating Michigan in the national championship game last night on March Madness, the Final Four, the last one for this year.
God, I am deaf.
And Rick Pitino, the coach, he actually not only he became
He broke some record, didn't he?
yeah he
First to win two
national championships with two different schools,
Yeah, I
two
thought I
different
heard
schools,
that.
and also he also was inducted to the Hall of Fame earlier this week. So and his son is now coaching ball at Minnesota. So there's a lot of Rick Pitino was a big winner, as well as his Louisville Cardinals basketball team winning. And Kevin Ware, basically cheering his team on despite the conditions that he had while playing during the championships, playing during the playoffs.
Are we still talking
Yeah, I'm
sport?
thinking, am I out of time?
I'll just
Well, give me the juicy
give
shit.
me
I
the
know the
long
juicy
version.
stories you talk about. I noticed this printout here.
Yeah, that letter is Eric Hutto's
I
letter.
reckon. No, he didn't. Eric Hutto didn't write it.
Who?
Eric Hutto posted it first. But when I talked to Eric about it and I told him it was well written a few days ago when I first saw it posted, he goes, no, he
Told you I was gonna
He said,
do it.
no, I didn't write it. He said, I liked it a lot and I found it on another website and he pasted it off of there.
Oh.
Pasted it.
I'm
And then
telling you.
posted it, but he said, yeah, it is good. He said, but he can't take credit for writing it. He just posted it. He
Oh.
just doesn't know who the author was because he pulled it off a site that didn't have an
It's
author.
Ted fucking Kaczynski, I guarantee you, man. It's the fucking Unabomber. You
Okay,
just
so y'all put it
read the fucking
put it in
Unabomber's
some-
manifesto.
Well, he posted it because he didn't sign a name. to it.
What does the teenage girl
But when
from
you talk-
Arkansas and the Unabomber have in common?
What?
They were both fingered by her brother.
Woo! I take that back. He's not the uber human. He's back on the other end of the scale. Anyway,
Oh, I
bad
got
joke.
it. I got it.
Anyway, it's a well-written
It
letter.
is a well-written letter, and I agree with it, of course. And let me guess, you guys hated it at all because you think it sounded too anarchistic, right?
No, I actually like
You
it.
did, see, you are closer to anarchy than I thought. Urban.
Yeah.
You
I
actually,
mean,
you actually
look,
agreed
I'm
with this
not
letter. You didn't
anti-gun.
think this was terroristic? You didn't think this letter was, bad for the U.S.?
No,
slashing tires
not
and
at
everything?
all. It's
No.
exactly the letter.
But that's
By
an
the way,
anarchistic letter.
It's exactly the letter. It's exactly the letter that I would
Well, it's
write.
libertarianism in there too, but I always said libertarianism was the closest thing to anarchy.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one. But it's a very anarchistic letter.
I know
I
that.
mean, it has the little America stuff thrown in there too. I agree, with the Constitution and all that, which
Right.
is truthful, which is what I think I kind of tend towards also. But the thing about it is that it's very, some of the stuff is very anarchistic wording, like servant can never become greater than its master and tyranny
It's
cannot
true.
be legal. But that's a very anarchistic statement,
Well, that's also scripture.
right? Well, it might be. Well, I read a book by Jacques Ellul, Ellul,
Yeah.
which you need to borrow. I read it. I got it in the 90s, and I read it. I guess I read it in the 90s. Called Anarchy and Christianity.
Mhm.
And what he does is he sort of shows you how they're kind of very similar.
They are
They're very
similar.
similar.
Absolutely.
And he even refers to certain passages within the Bible that people would use as their argument to tell him why it was not like anarchy. But what he does is he takes certain passages and then he explains in a way how they are anarchists.
Okay.
It's a thin book. You should borrow. All of you should borrow.
Well,
it
if
from.
you think about it for a minute, that's what they call Jesus. They didn't call him an anarchist because the word.
Because that's been a bad. Is that what I've said before?
Right.
Society through the years has bastardized
That's
the word
correct.
for it to be
That's
boogeyman,
correct.
right? I mean,
And remember the few with the men.
It's another word.
Man who breaks windows.
That's right. That's right.
But
But a lot
anyway.
of words have been bastardized.
I know.
You know,
Yes.
you think back, like Black Panthers. You think bad, it's been so bastardized by the man and government.
Right.
That when you say Black Panther, what's the first thing you say?
Yeah. I think
Military,
of black
kind of that.
military
Yeah,
terror.
you don't think of
Kill him!
You don't think of the
Well, it's
positive
the same
stuff
thing
they
with
were
Christian.
doing.
By
you
the
don't
way,
think
what
of
do you
positive
think? No,
stuff,
no.
but you're supposed to,
Hear me
right?
out a second. When you have a Christian, they call you Christian. Right away, the first thing they go is, oh, that's that Jesus lover.
Right, that was a derogatory remark, is what I was about to say. In
Absolutely.
the old days,
They
Christian was
call
not.
them disciples.
That's right, Christians was not a nice term for it.
Yeah, they were known as disciples.
Right, I know that.
And then they
They're not
became
Bible
Christians
believers.
later. Let me, I wanted to bring a point up.
But the letter, I'm glad Joe brought that up.
Well, go
Because
ahead.
I read that letter a 3 days ago when Eric just posted it. And then I saw him the day after that down at 3rd Street Park. And said,
Did I
"That's a good
post
letter."
it?
Well, this one here.
Yeah.
And then I said, "That's a good letter." He goes, "Yeah."
I posted it.
Yeah, well, he laughed and said, "Well, I'd seen it before that because it directed me in a private email to the Macon Police Facebook page."
Right.
He posted that on their page. Go on the Macon Police Facebook page,
Oh,
and there,
shit.
that's on there. And he thought they would have deleted it by now, and they haven't. It's still up there on the MPD Facebook page.
Wow.
So he had gave me the heads up like 3 or 4 days ago about this letter, going, go check the site out and see the letter I put up there. So I read it first time then, and then
I don't think it's a threatening
saw,
letter.
I saw
think it's
Eric
a-
afterwards, and then I said, ask you what with letter, and I thought, damn, the man in the shorty shorts can write like this? And then he laughed and said, no, I didn't write that letter. He goes, I found it on the site, I pulled it off of. Because I just don't know who the author was.
Well,
I
I'm
couldn't
glad
credit the
that
author.
he at least posted it.
Yeah, it's good.
Very
It's good.
eloquently written.
Yeah.
It could be used by anybody.
Right.
And I'll just attach my name to it next time. So
What?
it's like
That's gonna be like the one letter everybody wrote, right?
I'm not gonna
That goes
plagiarize.
across the internet. I wrote this. No, damn it, I wrote it.
They're
Do
gonna
you now-
put your name on
Do
it.
you now see why I signed mine Ant?
I know.
Anthony?
So
Because that way I know it's me and you know it's me.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right? So that's
Well, let me just say this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I saw that letter and I immediately said, "Oh my God, I gotta really put this up right away."
Right.
So then I read the letter in a video.
Right.
Okay. I read the letter in a video.
Tell the audience.
Then
Austin's
then
out
I
there.
posted
Yeah.
it on comments
Uh-huh.
that if you were talking about your dog Elmo,
Right.
I threw that
Or
shit
fuck
on there
the
as a
shit.
comment.
Right.
Okay.
That's a good point.
And
Well, like you hate hearing about everybody talking about what they had for dinner.
exactly.
It's kind of old.
Exactly.
Or the cat pictures. All the cat
Like,
pictures.
who gives a shit
It's
about
like,
your dog?
I don't care that you took a picture of what you just ate
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
And now you want to show me what you're about to eat.
Yeah.
I don't care. Get
Well,
some shit with
it's
substance
funny.
on there,
Could you
right?
imagine?
Right.
They're talking about my Elmo has fleas, and then I come in with this freaking
This
letter
right.
as a comment that's as long as the hill.
Right.
But anyway.
To prove how pointless their
Yeah, to
previous
prove
comment
how
was.
And
Right.
then I
Right.
put out the video.
Right.
And by the way, we just read a story. That was another story we read.
Mm-hmm.
That you read about the Macon Police Tunnel.
Yeah, they were talking about.
Good to see the show hasn't lost anything when I was gone. It's
Well,
still
they were
all a
talking
big
about the
mess.
story
Went through a
about
lot.
the Internal Affairs audit has been released, and there have been the numbers of allegations. 75% of the allegations made against police did not.
Oh, I saw that on the news last night.
Yes.
We've got the TV hooked back up in the car.
I love
I finally watched the 10 o'clock news. Now,
Mhm.
41 last, and then we watched it now 13. I saw that footage. Because the first thing I said is I looked at Heather and I said, wait a minute, I know there's a city council meeting tonight. It's next Tuesday. And then I found out it was a appropriations committee meeting. It was the safety board meeting, not
Right.
the city council. Yeah, but I saw that and what Rick Hutto's comments were. It just makes us look good.
It makes us look great.
Better.
Because
we called it
I
from the
feel
beginning.
like
You know what I mean?
I
We
even
call
put
it-
up
Right.
I put up a post
Right.
with the magazine that says Heroes, and they're doing that.
Who's doing
And
that? Who's doing that?
the character in the comic.
Oh.
And then I've got one where it has Abbott and Costello saying, you know, down with up.
Oh, I saw that. The comic book cover.
Yes.
I did see that.
And what do you think of that?
I did see that.
That was a neat post, right?
I thought,
We
when
are
I
superheroes.
saw that and I said, Irvin, you're at home smoking weed right now.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of that.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, but that's
I
what I
wish
thought.
I was.
When I saw you post that.
Well, maybe I was, but no, I wasn't. Anyway, so
And the show must have gone to hell, man.
I got a story
Yeah,
here.
man.
I got a story here. More waste. Okay, ready?
Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys talked about the naked DD doing their crap.
Well, I'm excited that the police are being investigated. And you know, I was thinking about this.
I put in the order for the next 2 officers.
I'm thinking about this, right?
Right on the wall.
Could you imagine? We're not going to stop, by the way. We have Anthony and myself, and I'm becoming a little bit more radical because I think about things while I'm in bed.
Hanging out with you.
I'm hanging out with you.
Too
But,
much.
but you're right about anarchy. Anarchy is not that far away from even like Christianity because
Well, that's a
what
book.
we're
That's
fighting
the book.
for is our right.
That's the book you need to read by Jacques Ellul. He's the famed anarchist, philosopher, religious guy.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
written a lot of books, but the book is great. I picked it up at the book sale back in the 90s. And it's not even a really big book. It reads quick. It's like, one of the arguments, we bring this up, and maybe the chat would like this conversation. I know you will dig this conversation. All of you will dig this conversation. But he explains, the whole thing when Jesus agreed with the taxes, paid the emperor what's his back.
Yes,
Give to the Caesar, right? That's right. Okay, well, Mr. Jacques, the way he dissects that, right, Irvin?
Yeah.
Chris and Derek, is the way he dissects that, because people bring that up as, well, if Jesus believed in anarchy like you're claiming in this book, or was an anarchist, why the hell is he saying this line about give Caesar what's Caesar? That's give to the government. Well, he explains it in his book. The way he explains it, he goes, no, not really. He goes, one of the principles of anarchy is respecting what other people own.
Right.
Respecting your neighbor's property.
Yeah.
And he says,
But his basis is pay your bills.
But this is how he really dissects it. As simplistic as it is, it makes sense. He says, at the time of that, the coins were made with whose face on it? Caesar's. Right. Okay? So basically, anything with your face or name on it symbolizes ownership. Right? Correct?
Yeah.
Usually. So his argument is that, no, you're not giving in to government by Jesus saying that. You're basically giving what's already owned by Caesar. You're giving him his property.
Right.
Because his name is
It's on it. That was what Jesus said.
Well, but that's my point.
If the Caesar what belongs to Caesar,
that's
gets to God.
how Jacques Ellul describes it being more anarchistic, because anarchy is not about pillage and destruction like everybody's been taught to believe.
Right.
It just means no rule. Plain and simple. It doesn't say with caveats, no rule, including bombing them, including...
Yeah, but
that's not what it
sometimes
says.
an anarchist
Because
can
it's
get
been
over
taken.
the top.
That's the thing. It's like with anything.
That's
There are things that
People
are
say
so much
eventually have
shattered.
hijacked the
Like
church.
Christianity
That's
itself.
That's right. That's exactly true. Because the root word of it, and I always go back to the root word. I'm a guy who likes wordsmith.
And I talked about the root of the problem yesterday on a video.
The root of the word just means no
That's a good
ruling.
word.
You can rule yourselves and respect your neighbor and respect their property and blah, 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 and give what's theirs is theirs, what's yours is yours. That's the basic setup to me for an anarchist utopia type community.
Anyway,
But
getting back.
back to Jacques Ellul. I'll finish it up. I know I'm blabbing too much. Apologize, chatter. But anyway, that's how he describes some of that stuff. That's how he counteracts the argument when somebody says, well, Jesus wouldn't be an anarchist. He said this in the Bible. It's all obviously all about giving to the government and supporting the government. And he goes, well, no, not necessarily. Because you're only giving back the money that already belongs to the person.
Yeah.
His name and face is on it. So, anyway. You gotta read the book. There's a lot of things in there like that.
Well, let me just say this.
And I know Horrible Bite's probably going off on that shit and bad mouthing me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just haven't got my first hour and a half of talking in, so I gotta catch up.
Alright, well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this. I'm excited about going after police corruption in this city. I feel like a superhero. Would you believe that? And I'm thinking about that in bed last night.
Keep your powers to yourself.
Yeah. No, and I feel.
That's the best laugh we got out of Chris. I feel Chris
He's
right
son of a
short.
bitch.
I feel Chris
You
right
always
short
get
film right
high
here about this.
reason
Oh yeah,
why-
the superhero. Little guy thinks, oh,
Superhero.
I feel like a superhero. Because we're really going after like something that's real. This isn't bullshit
Oh,
like
yeah,
going after the parents' board, you know. This, you know, I'm
right.
serious.
Right.
This is like we're going
parents'
after the
board, that's
police, and we're going after a fucking
And we're not
man,
scared of it.
and we're going after
And we're
all
not
these
scared of it.
people.
That's right.
And it's
And we're not
a weird
scared of
shit.
it. Because what are we talking about in person alone?
It's
Hanging
super.
out. The common factor of us in this, more than anything, Urban,
Yeah.
besides just being forces, is that we both feel like we got nothing to lose.
And we got nothing to
That's
lose.
exactly
Plenty to lose.
You
And
guys
what
might.
they-
You guys might. You
Like,
guys
like I
might.
say,
Yeah,
that's
we-
the other thing. Even if
But
they
that's
arrest
our
us,
common-
even if
that's
they
our
arrest us,
common thing. We have nothing to lose.
well, even if they arrested us,
Because if you know you're
people are
doing
going to
right.
say, why?
What's
Why? Because they're talking about you? I mean,
We gotta do this,
really,
fool.
can we really get arrested now? Unless we have drugs on us,
We can't.
there'd be no reason
By
why I should have a police officer knocking on my door
That's right.
unless they want to shut me down
Right.
and do something criminal.
Right.
And believe me, folks, those of you out there that have phones, if you ever hear about me and Anthony going to jail, unless it was because we were heckling the shit out of the mayor, there should be no
Right.
reason
Oh.
why we go to jail.
Yeah, you need to be out there supporting.
And if I die with a bullet in me, you guys better investigate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I want people on top of this. Why did Martinez die? You know? Because,
I've always thought at a very young age I was going to die by being shot. I had
really,
that premonition.
I don't think about
But
that.
go right back to your story. But it's
Oh,
serious.
it's awful.
But I've told people.
I thought I was going to be a priest, and I turned out to be a minister.
And what year did you think?
6 years
Go
old.
ahead, Derek.
Yeah, I'll just read what 445 says. If Irving wears pajamas with the feet and the bath towel case
I did not that fun.
I'm
That's a
serious.
good one. I want to see that picture too.
Super! You can hear
No, I'm serious.
his super power call.
Yeah.
What?
You gotta have
What? What did you
No, I
say?
already got that character. It's called the Penguin.
it.
No, there's no break. I'm just getting
Oh,
started.
No, it's fucking great. Just because you just fucking got here.
Can we
Yeah.
do a new show?
Hey, you gotta edit this. You gotta
give me
edit
the
this video.
Yeah, let's
I don't want to go to
12.
church.
Can I go to
to
12?
like a
Hey,
sale.
you leave it on for me to go to
No, man, you should have been here on time, Buck.
I want to go an extra hour.
I'm not.
Let's take a vote with the poll in the chat.
Hey, yeah, how come you don't look
Yeah,
that
man.
man? Is it going alright?
No.
Guys, actually.
Why?
Guys,
What
actually.
happened?
Guys.
Yeah.
I just
He's
feel-
late, and then he
No,
wants to
no.
go another hour?
Oh,
Fuck it.
man. Guys, I came up with a
Oh,
brilliant
I see
idea.
why you think.
Guys, I came up with a brilliant idea.
What?
We've got to do this for a good charity.
What?
Let's line up, Greg.
Yeah, mine.
No. Look, a good charity. I'm sorry, a good charity, Urban.
Wow, I'm a good charity.
No, but listen, you're gonna love this. We need to set a day where we do a marathon show. We go and don't give up, and we go until we're out.
Who's going to be your counterman?
Do it. Let's do it. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Alright.
At that, we could use the publicity. And then we could take the money that we raised for doing that and give it to something very good.
Good.
Wouldn't that be awesome if we start like at noon one day and we just go as long as we can go 24 hours, 38 hours for charity and take money. Guys, wouldn't that be awesome?
I think we could do it.
I think we could do. We milk shit.
Before I forget, please.
You want to try that? Let's
forget.
set that up for a good charity. Man, the media would love that.
Okay.
Especially for a good
Before
cause.
I forget, and I hate to forget, and then I start getting upset with myself, which is, I want to do a quick, little skit, okay, on the
Nobody's
weirdest store. The weirdest store you ever had.
Right.
Okay, that's one.
This is getting all
Segment.
sexual and stuff.
A segment about the weirdest store you ever had.
This is too complicated.
No, it's not.
I just say we try to stay awake for like unstoppable amount of time.
No.
And raise money doing it. you know, just imagine us sitting there just going at it, coffee after coffee, eating
24
beers,
hours. But
ordering
you know, it's
pizza.
hard for 3 hours.
Oh man, but let's do it for the raising of a money.
I'm gonna take a break.
How awesome would that? How awesome would that be?
It's a marathon.
They could follow us, and you know, we started all clean shaven, and
Okay.
we do it, and then our hair
We'll
starts growing.
talk
What the
about it.
fuck is that? That's like Big Brother or something.
That cool?
What the fuck is that?
Survivor.
No, chatters. What do you think? Should we do that for a good charity, like a really good charity?
Not if
I got a better idea.
Who the
Why
fuck
don't
is that? Niggas money?
We just set it up. I'll tell you what we do. We set it up
Right.
with every single video that we got recorded, or 100 million gig,
They would come
and just let it play
And I guarantee.
and bore the fuck out of them.
No, listen. I guarantee if we did it,
I mean, the
I
suicide
think
rate would
other local
definitely
media
go up.
would come in to see our progress.
Anthony,
Man,
what are
don't
you
think
smoking?
So? You don't think nothing? I'm serious.
I don't know if I want local.
What are you
media
taking for
coming in to
medication?
see if we have progress.
No, I'm talking
You
about
take
this for the
medication?
show, and then we raise money. No.
Maybe you need
Can I just
medication.
send you a couple of dollars?
How would we got charity?
Just don't do it, man.
Something for the kid, like something for a good cause, like childhood cancer. Or something.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
That
Ronald
would be
McDonald,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, just send him a dollar, please.
Wouldn't that be awesome to try? Just to see how
Well,
many stories.
advertising.
And we bring in guests at all times of the night. I mean, we just try to book up people. We grab someone off the street at like 2 in the morning after going for like 12 hours at the broad. Man, that would be
Over
awesome.
here?
Yeah, why not? And we just turn it into like an interview. And that would be
I don't
great.
know, Anthony.
We're going to break.
Let me think on this. Let me think about it. It's a great idea.
I'm the producer. I
It's
said
10:06 a.m. We should
Yeah.
say like saying
Get it out.
Time it's 61 degrees outside and making it sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 60. You're watching the Morning Roast live from the Nut House on Vaughn Live TV.
Yeah, baby.
That is a great idea. But like the old marathon dances in the 50s, you know, where they would tap them out, they'd be asleep. Like we just non.
New underground current. Hey guys, I'm about to Jones but 5.5.
Are we live again?
That's more than
Can you
20
see us?
grand worth of the chocolate peanut spread that was stolen from a trailer in Germany. Now it's becoming a hot item to plunder around the world. Columbia University recently admitted that the schmear would frequently swipe from its cafeteria. And cost the university big. Weird, they're taking it off the menu. It's also not the first major theft in the part of Germany where the new heist was pulled off. There's also an unresolved reported theft of a large amount of energy drinks. Knowing what these people are jacking, this is very helpful for the police as they try to take a lead. Between a Tyrannosaurus Rex's weight worth of the fatty chocolate breakfast spread and the energy drink. You tell 'em, baby! Set up stings and
Big G in the house.
This is that Buzz 69.
Derek knows I gotta show
Go ahead.
Are we on? I want to go till 12 today.
Well, technically.
She stopped breastfeeding him after 3 months because
But he's
she
still
felt
running video.
embarrassed.
For him.
And now she wants to let other
She
mothers
said he
know.
stopped.
Guys, shut up. You want to watch the video?
So she started this
Oh,
part
and it's smoking.
on Facebook.
When I started the page,
Producer man.
women kept coming to me saying that how embarrassed they were, ashamed to breastfeed in public, and then I realized it was a bigger issue than I even imagined.
She posted numerous photos, but then this one got her in hot water with Facebook. The photo was taken down because Facebook said it violated policy. Hemp was locked out for 24 hours. After it was over, she posted this photo of a mom breastfeeding her baby and 5-year-old at the same time. It was also removed, but this time she was subjected to a 3-day lockout.
Wow.
Adrenaline was going, and I was really upset.
But then Facebook did an about face and sent this apology. A member of our team accidentally removed something you posted on Facebook. This was a mistake. Kemp says what happened with Facebook is just a snapshot into what she says breastfeeding moms regularly encounter.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of
And it's a
harassed.
damn.
I kind of, not me personally, but I
And
feel
this
like
is
I
damn
have
what on your
been
rights?
targeted.
This
Damn,
particular report has gained more
Yeah,
than
it is.
1,000
Right.
shares in 2 days
See,
and has more than 5,000 likes.
I'm sorry, Ed. This
Feel like
riles
she's
me
on
up.
the right track.
Shit on
But
Facebook.
along with the support, there's still backlash, and that's something she's hoping to change one post, one picture at a time.
See,
Most
that's
people are trying to sexualize
bullshit.
it, and it's not
Facebook
sexual.
there.
And that's a whole other issue in itself.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. And we're back.
Hey, if she wants to whip out her tits,
That's right. You know, I
For
remember
her
back.
baby?
I remember back when I was a little younger, not young, but in my 20s, and I had a female friend that we hung out in the theater and stuff, and her sisters live in Athens, and actually one of them is in the video for REM Shiny Happy People. It's Graham Austin's sister. Anyway, if you watch that video of Shiny Happy People, she's in the front row, one of the people.
And the volume, check it.
Anyway, back then she just had her first baby, and this stuff in Athens, of course, was a little more liberal. Athens, I heard more liberal. But the thing about it is, she would go and breastfeed in restaurants, right there in public, in Athens. We'd be all going out to eat together, eat lunch or something down in the cool spot there. And after she ate, she would just pull to the side and breastfeed right there. No one said anything to her. No one bitched and complained that owned the store or the restaurants or the establishment. So, it just kind of shows you. It's a lot, of course, where you live, how people treat that. Like Europe, I'm sure Europe you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch,
No
right.
doubt.
But the thing
I'm
about
sorry,
it,
I'm just thinking about what you're saying.
about somebody just breastfeeding in a
Yeah.
restaurant, yeah, it happened. This
And-
girl did it
and-
all the time,
and-
and she proudly did it. Like I said, sister of mine, a friend of mine.
And I'm thinking about what you're saying, and then I'm going off in another tangent.
Four
you ever have that?
I'm thinking about chicks, man.
You ever have a weird thought? You ever have a weird thought,
Yes.
like as a kid?
Yeah.
What do you think was your worst weird thought?
That's hard to say. Go first, Derek.
Alright, think about it.
You haven't passed me on. You're gonna
Come on,
take
guys.
that
Hey,
so
Chris,
long.
hey,
You know how to have
this
a
show's
weird
about
thought.
being
Come
honest
on.
and open, right?
Be honest.
I am. I'm trying to.
Like, okay, here's mine.
I'll tell you my first dream.
I'm trying not
Can
to
I
be
tell you
man.
Can I tell you my first dream?
That works.
I'll tell you my first sexual dreaming.
Oh.
But then you sort of.
No,
No,
you
listen.
really want to hear
No,
that,
because
Coach.
I do.
Guys, man.
No, listen. It's very childlike. This happened when I was about 6 years old.
Okay.
And it's not graphic, but it symbolizes as a metaphor for so
Get to the
much.
story.
The part of my dream, I remember the first ever dreaming that was of a sexual nature and had me sort of thinking of women in a busty, lusty way.
Yeah.
Was I had a dream where I was in the back of a car, my dad was driving somewhere, it was early in the morning, still dark out, 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to work early. And we're driving, I look out the window, and there's a skyscraper, this building, multiple story building going up, and the lights are only on at the top ring of the building. All the other ones are down.
Interesting.
Well, listen, up there in the room with the lights on is a busty, voluptuous, sexy blonde.
No shit.
On.
It's like the
No,
penthouse.
On a exercise bike.
Mm-hmm. Was she a whore?
That's all the dream. That's the only part of the dream I remember. She's up there, and I spot her, and she's all.
In your dream,
and
you
she's
think
naked.
it was a whore?
No, I was like 6 years old. It was my first. This is when we lived. This is early 70s or so when we lived in Georgia before my dad was stationed in Germany.
Yeah.
From 76 to 79 or 80, my dad was stationed. That's when we got.
Alright, so did you wake up with a hard on?
No, not at all. But it's the earliest memory I have of thinking about women in that way, in a dream. Is that strange, or is that just? It wasn't. Let me get you right. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a wet dream. It wasn't a wet dream. That was the good one. The office creeper there.
The Jimmy Creeper.
But, you know what I mean?
Hurry up.
But that's not. No, that's it. That would be my strange one. No, it's not. But it's such a metaphor for more.
Yeah.
I'm a little kid looking out the back seat of a window. My dad's driving. It's dark out in the building. The lights at the top. There's a blonde woman naked on an exercise bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that
was my earliest dream.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
I mean, I was fucked up after Dolly Parton. That was it. Yeah, that was good. Dolly Parton, and then I went to Lonnie Andrews.
Which one of the Charlie's Angels did you go up for?
I mean, I don't remember it.
Really?
I love Jacqueline
So
Smith.
some of Jacqueline Smith, yeah. People like to blow up like Farrah Fawcett, but
Jacqueline was the hottest. Go, Chris. Oh, you want to rant about
I like
that?
her.
Well, I mean, that was
Which was that?
that was kind of my thing, man.
Well, we get
I don't know what it was.
we get that from the nature of growing up in and
Yeah.
the attraction and the closeness to your mom when you breastfeed. That's exactly where the
Yeah.
guy has to get it from.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, they just fucked everything.
Deep down, it has to come in stinky.
You put mama in that shit.
No, but it does.
Everything.
It does. Why do you think they say that a lot of times a man will find a woman that's very much like his mother? And that's why there is
So your
that.
mother's titties are like
No, no, no,
Dolly
it's
Parton?
not. You guys on the chat board know what I'm talking about, right? This is
just
some
fucking
Don
Don
Curry.
Curry.
This is some Don Curry, deep shit here. Where's Don Curry? Anyway, you know what I mean though. At an early age, guys get that attention and that closeness to their mother.
That's true. And
It's instinctive
women
going,
get like
and
they gotta
they
look
breastfeed.
like their father.
And they breastfeed. And the thing about it is I think that does shape us, those that are of course born heterosexual, because I do believe you're born gay. I don't think that's a choice. I do think people are born homosexual.
Yeah.
Global Guy's probably going off on me. But anyway, just don't literally go off on me, Global Guy.
Alright, can we hurry up because we
No, I'm
got
done.
some
I'm
more
done.
time.
I just wanted to say that. I'm
Okay.
done with it. It's Derek's turn. His story was he just loved big busty women.
Yeah, I mean, but okay,
All
was
right.
it strangest
Well, who
though?
doesn't?
I mean,
No, there are a lot that don't. I have known
You
guys.
like flat chested women?
No, I'm not flat, but I've known guys that like B cups. I do. I have known. You've not known guys like that?
Well,
There's guys that.
I like the ones that just a little
I don't
point.
like big.
No,
little
I'm
boy.
serious. There's a taste for everything. Some
Yeah,
guys
your eyes
too
out,
big
what do
a
you
breast.
mean?
I like that as not a type. You're
See,
absolutely
There
right.
are guys that
I
like
have
in
that.
between.
I have
In
that.
between, like a BC.
I mean, I don't like them.
I know guys like that.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, Anthony, because once they get
black
too
eyes
big
and
and they flop over.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about you?
Derek says he likes them always busted.
No,
He's
no,
like, I
no,
don't
no,
go he goes, I don't go for the itty
Yeah,
bitty.
yeah.
I don't go for the itty bitty.
Okay, I would have to say, I don't know, as far as like the non-wet dream, but it was some of the sex dream. I think I had one close dream that I could actually remember, maybe a glimpse of that. I was on a road trip with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders or something.
Damn, but what year, how old were you?
What, 9?
So you're a little, so that was a little bit later in life than me. My early dream was almost like I was like 6 years old.
Yeah, I don't remember shit.
Well, if you count, that like being with the doctor babies or something from the Price is Right.
Because
I used to thought
Here we go.
I thought they were like really hot deaf mutes because they didn't talk or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because
When I just thought it was a man's dream.
Yeah, the best
That's
woman in
standing
the
there on the
fucking
top.
well, I mean, yeah,
Damn, I didn't realize Bob Barker was such a showman. He loved the animals, but he hated the women.
Yeah, because they always fondle the
That's
equipment
true.
that helps a brand new
I
car.
watched that
Big
show.
old can
Okay.
of, big old box of rice-a-roni Des.
Ah.
The price could be yours.
Yeah.
If the
Now,
price
And
is
my
right.
model is phallic symbol.
Are
Yeah.
we talking dreams now?
Well, dreams
Yeah.
are strange thoughts.
Everybody's thinking dream.
But
Okay,
the
strange
thing is,
thought.
yeah, it is a strange thought. And
I'm not a strange.
this was the fun. This
I
actually
do.
happened. I was watching Price is Right, and there was like Janice. Someone actually wanted to know what was the price of the previous thing, and they had to guess the price for it. And they, and Bob asked Janice, was it 75 cents or 65 cents? And she
And
was
she goes,
like,
no.
65.
Oh, I thought you were going to say no. She goes, it's 69.
No, and she
That would
was.
have been even better with the sex.
But the thing
She said no, Bob, it's 69.
but the thing was, that's why I thought they were deaf mute because she didn't have a mic on her, but Bob did.
Yeah,
so,
strange
so when
child,
she said, when she said 65 cents, it sounded like she said, "Take that right there."
Look at that shit. That looks great on screen. It's a hell of a lot funnier.
I love
By the way, I'm watching
Look at the camera.
I'm watching one of our
You keep
videos.
looking at me. I know you're a chicken
I'm
All this talk of sex is getting hot over there.
I'm watching the video.
Just like,
Okay, can you shut up? Let other people in.
Is
Shut
this your strange thought, man?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna do.
Ah, yes.
I mean, come on.
sorry, B.
Mission
Okay.
accomplished.
Never mind.
No, go B.
Keep moving.
No, you're a strange thought over. Come on.
Oh, yeah, my strange thought. My strangest thought was not sexual or in a dream. Or like you, thinking about women, of course, and you is about Dolly Parton. Mine was about pulling on an old woman's nose in the street. Okay, now
That's why you look so
it sounds abusive.
But
I used to
That's
pretend.
why Urban looks so
No. I used to pretend. This was a thought that ran through my head. I used to pretend to go up to an old woman and just take her nose and start to pull it.
Like a mime.
I mean,
That's why we have the Three Stooges
Yes.
sound effect. You're Armo.
you see, you had missed it. Exactly. Those are my thoughts. And it would be every old lady. Every old lady. So this was an ongoing weird thought.
And that was not a dream. That wasn't a dream. That was real.
That was real.
Okay.
That was real.
And then
And
they took
then
his
I used to think
medication.
about like seeing if she had a wig on, like pulling her hair. It was all very violent.
Right. Let's go to the
But I
chat
would
today.
never do it. I mean, it was just a thought. I would have to be next to her.
Okay, this is going to be used against you in your
Okay,
death.
yeah.
Chatters, wait back up. We got to catch up with
Gamer
our
Girl
ladies in
says-
chats.
Gamer Girl says, okay, the strangest thought I always had was when I'm usually standing in a store, I'm always picture someone coming in and robbing the store and shooting up the place.
Gamer Girl, that's not weird. That's standard.
That's maybe
That's standard.
That's mega.
That's safe, baby.
You need to come on down here, you'll feel right at home.
Probably Cole says, because it happens to other people, Gamer Girl. He said, what you do in the scenario? And Derek Wildcat says, you must be dreaming about Macon, GG.
Let's do it.
Winchester says, it was a ghost / spirit from the Shang, like the lady in the tub.
Oh, that was so nasty.
Yeah.
That was such a freaky scene.
Yeah, it would.
You know what also was freaky is when it flashed over to the dog boy on the bed.
Yeah.
You remember that scene? Because if you've read the Shining book, you understand what that is. But when you watch the Kubrick movie, if you don't know the book, you don't know what the hell that is. You know when the mom's running and she looks down the hallway and there's the dog boy in the dog costume, and then there's another one like a walrus or something, and they're like sitting at the edge of the bed, and they look over at the boy, and it's that eerie sound of in The Shining.
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't read the book, you don't know what the hell that has to do with. Because in the movie they don't explain the dog boy. But it's part of the history of the hotel.
Okay.
Anyway.
But they said about
Yeah, it's part of the history of the hotel, some evil spirits that are in
Yeah.
it.
But if you read the book, you know more of the story about
I was about to say, what's the Beatles thing? Like,
No.
I'm the
it.
walrus.
It did look like the Beatles. It did look
Oh,
like
there's the
Beatles.
fucking walrus.
Watch The Shining. You know the scene I'm talking about, right? You guys know the scene in The Shining where it shows the dog boy, the guy dressed in the dog outfit, and the other one might not be a walrus, but it's some other animal, and they're sitting there at the bed.
I know you.
You know, and you only know what it means if you've read the book, The Shining.
Gamer, what was it? Gamer Girl keeps flipping over. Gamer Girl says, what was it?
Not
I don't know.
sex
It's not like I really do anything. It's more like I see it play out in my mind. Usually while I'm waiting in line to be rung out or whatever. I don't think I ever actually react to it. Ronald goes, oh, it's okay sometimes when I'm at work at night. I keep thinking that someone is going to break in and hold us hostage or something. But in my daydream, I always end up saving everyone. Okay.
Gamer Girl, did you ever get a chance to watch that movie Compliance about the McDonald's employee that was made to do all this crap by the prankster on the phone?
This is what Anonymous said. Yeah, I watched the movie first, and I was like, why is that furry dog blowing someone?
That's what it was. It was like they were at the end of the bed, and the dog was on his knees, and the other animal was on the bed. It was like he was giving him a blowjob. But anyway, it's like that's some creepy ass. But hell, Stanley.
Yeah, man, because
Stanley Kubrick's an awesome director anyway.
That was another director that didn't get an Oscar. Like Alfred Hitchcock.
Well, yeah, and Kubrick is awesome. His last movie is a letdown. Eyes Wide Shut would have been so much better. It was good if it didn't have Nicole Kidman. That was the worst choice of actors to put in that damn movie.
I think that's probably what ended their marriage. But
well, I mean, it just did not work. I do not care for either of them as actors and actresses.
I dreamed, Eric Walker says, I dreamed one time as a kid that the bus driver was a giant sitting on the school bus.
See, your ass got the naked person in their dream like I do. Yours is a giant. Was your giant a female or a male, Murak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. That plays into it.
Okay, Winchester, my weirdest dream was a fight between God and the devil in my bedroom.
Ooh, that sounds like maybe a cool little short video.
Yeah.
Right there. Now I had this happen, guys. If I had done this now, or even 10, 15 years ago, I'd been sent to juvenile detention. Way back, this is how politically correct it's gotten. There was an assignment we had in school, and it was when we were in Waterloo, New York, so it was like 80. So 8, like right after we left Germany, moved to Waterloo, New York, upstate New York, Seventh Falls area. Lived there for 2 years. When my first year in that school there, we had an assignment. The teacher told us in English class to write a short story, pick any teacher, any school teacher or principal, and write a story, a suspense story on you killing them. That was an assignment, yes, back in the 80s in upstate New York. And this was what I wrote. And yeah, if you did that now, but this was an assignment by the teacher, but if you did that now, man, oh, what an uproar. What a fucking uproar. But I picked the librarian for my story, my assignment. For some reason, she always just told us kids she seemed just like a librarian, stuck up.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Right.
Bossy. So I picked her, and the way I basically killed her in a nutshell, I wish I still had the finished essay. I don't. I wish I kept it. But,
you killed her?
This was a class assignment. This was given to us as an assignment. This was in the
sixth grade.
It
was given as an
assignment. And this is the way I killed her. I got in there at night, basically got her, and I tied her up to her little rolling chair from behind the desk. I tied her up. I had her at the end of the bookshelf, the line, the thing, the way in the story that the library was made, the big long strip of bookshelf, the aisle, and I had it in the end, and I just pushed her in the rolling chair, tied up, out the freaking like 10-story window. It was a high library school. The library.
So you wrote that story.
This was, and I got like an A on it.
Wow.
I picked the librarian, and I freaking wrote. That's how I would kill her. Pushed her out the damn window.
And what grade?
6. It was 1980, I guess. I was 11 or 12 years old.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
But you had that assignment nowadays. That shit would be all over CNN. Oh my God, teacher fired for doing this.
Oh yes,
But this was an actual assignment we had in upstate New York. The 2 years my dad there before he retired from the army, before we moved back to Macon, Georgia.
I'm glad.
We had
I think maybe they want to.
I'm glad my teacher did that.
There's
a whole bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of teachers I want.
I think what they wanted to do that college maybe wanted to root out like.
It's not a college. It was not a college. It was the school I went to. It was the middle school.
Yeah.
That's where I went to school. It was the school.
That's crazy.
That was our assignment for 6th grade, I think it was. 6th grade. Yeah. And my friends, they wrote some gruesome shit. Like one of them writes.
Wait, so they were saying,
I'm gonna cut off the science.
What was the assignment?
The assignment was for English class, English lit. We were talking about stories.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
the assignment. The assignment was basically write a story for a class for a grade. Do a plot.
And it could be anything.
No. The caveat the teacher said to us in that class was pick any teacher or any administrator, principal, anybody adult in the school, and come up with like a suspenseful horror story. Write your own story on you, how you would get rid of them and kill them.
That's shit. That's crazy.
And it was great. It was and no one bitched and complained. That shows you how politically correct it's gotten. The parents didn't go, oh, I gotta go bitch and whine at the school board. The kids didn't complain. And like I said, I got like an A on mine. And my basically one was I picked the librarian. And I killed her. That was my way I killed her. Of course, I had a lot of flowery stuff in the story. This is just the gist of the story. Basically, I tie her up with a real thick rope around her swivel chair with wheels. And I get at the very end of the bookshelf, at the very end of the hall, all these things. I just sprint down.
Wow.
Out the window. And I thought, years and years later, I thought of using that in one of my short films. Either use a scene where a guy's doing that to a teacher.
Yeah.
Either in like some dream sequence in one of my short films or a big film. But pull shit from my past like that and then turn it into actual visuals for the screen.
Yeah, I think.
But don't tell anybody that's what I do. Well, you guys know now. But you know what I mean. Like I do the same thing with the first sex dream. Do a movie where I can throw the dream in where a guy dreams of the busty blonde at the top of the building on the exercise bike. Throw that and incorporate it in one of my movies. That'd be awesome.
Oh man, you put both of them in there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
You take the bitch,
right.
Roll her out in an exercise bike, slap through the fucking window.
Well, yeah, awesome. You know what? You should put a compilation of everybody's different dreams. but it ends up
Yes.
being
And
yours again.
And don't explain it.
Don't
Just make it
explain
like
it.
a David Lynch movie. Throw some shit in there. Don't even try to tell anybody what it fucking meant, other than one of the characters had this dream, and then you show. It's kind of like my vicious cycle, where I show the kid dreaming of the prehistoric guys, right?
Okay.
Fighting. You didn't see that copy of my. I'll give you
No, I haven't seen it.
But anyway, it's the same thing. But that dream, in the sense the movie makes sense. It goes with the story.
Right.
What I the dream.
Well, ours
this one is
doesn't have
take
to
one of
make
these
sense.
dreams, just throw it in a fucking story that has nothing to do with it.
Ours
And let
does
people
not
watch it,
have
go,
to
what the
make
fuck
sense.
did that have to do with it?
We'll be at liberty for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ours will not.
Right.
Look at this. Ours. I'll probably be one of the actors in the play.
No, not
And
play,
one of
do a
the
movie.
dreams.
You got to film some shit. You got to get more filming going on after this meeting.
Well,
What did the chatter say? Other than shut up.
they're bullshitting over here. I dreamed one time as a kid that a bus driver was giant. Was a
We already read
giant.
that. He's like 15 minutes behind.
Wait a minute.
He just read that when you're asking.
That was the last one.
Hello.
That was the last one at the time.
It's like there, Urban.
Oh,
You're back
okay.
in- you're back in the
that,
first
that
hour.
was going on.
Well, the Green Girl says it sounded like a popularity contest amongst the teachers. They wanted to see who would get killed off by the.
You might have been Gamer Girl.
Yeah.
It might have been. I mean, but it was cool because it just makes me put in perspective of how whiny and politically correct we've gotten as a society.
Yeah. I mean, you can't.
I
even,
mean, that
you
is
can't
just
play
how
stick,
stupid it's got.
stick gun wars
I know.
anymore.
I'm sure glad I was born when I was. It's not really.
Mm.
I would not have wanted to
Glad
born
you-
any later than when I was
Yes,
born.
yes.
Because I would not fucking done well being a young kid.
Kids nowadays are pussies, okay?
A lot
You're
of
pussies.
A lot of
You know what? This
Well,
is
yeah,
a
because
good
we wear
point on that
helmets around
story.
Bicycles now.
Look, yeah, when
Okay.
I was 6,
It's
I was
just-
chasing snakes in the swamp.
Right.
It's
So I hope you go. That doesn't surprise me, Steve. That's what he's about to tell you.
Yeah.
Gamer Girl says
What's up, Uncle Multi?
it sounded like a popularity contest among the teachers.
Yeah, you're 4 minutes behind. There.
Uncle Maltese. Uncle
I'm
Maltese in the
almost
chat.
caught up. Yeah, but I never made comment on it.
Oh, that's true. Go for it. What do you have to say?
Thank you. I finally can fit in this freaking show. Okay,
Uncle
here we
Maltese.
go.
Okay.
A lot of people have incorporated dream imagery into their art. That's an interesting point. They are also Gamer Girl. It sounded like a popularity contest. It was a bus driver. I guess he's still explaining about his dream.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Uncle,
awesome.
Uncle Malty asks, where's the heaping pile of ribs and grits from the local new restaurant?
Well, you got to bring it to us. I don't have the money right now to go buy any, but when I get some money back in my pocket, I'll go over there.
Oh, we got a new
What are y'all talking
chatter.
about? I've heard of it.
Raveman 1962.
Yeah, we got a new chatter. Raid Man, 1962. So you're my age.
I got a,
Wing Dang Dinger?
yeah.
Can I bring up something after your wing dang dinger?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Derek. You go first.
Basically, there was a story that I recently found out is
Tits and teeth.
it's not really Tootsie Tea per se. Even though
She's
she is
probably
kind of
kinda
sexy.
slobber.
Well, partially, but yeah. The first that says that the first African American spokeswoman for DNC isn't black enough, says idiot white guy. Says
Well,
one.
he does look like an idiot white guy. I'll give him that one right.
That's black.
This,
She's a very light
her,
skin.
but this guy,
well,
we can't decide on this one, but we can all decide this guy's an idiot, didn't he?
Well,
Says one of the great things is by Megan Hatcher May says one of the great things about being biracial is being stopped on the street by strangers demanding to know your racial and ethnic heritage. What are you? They ask, refusing to get away from me, weirdo, for an answer. Or when you're at work and a customer grabs your arm, leans in close and whispers, "My daughters and I pay a lot of money for skin as beautiful as yours. You have the type of skin we would kill for."
Yeah.
But it's not just white ladies threatening to turn your skin into a suit. But there are lots of benefits to being biracial, like you never feeling like you fit in or feeling like a traitor to your mother's race because all your friends and wife are being mocked by your elementary school classmates, or your mother lovingly puts your hair in a braid so that you cry and take them out in the bathroom. Says Karen Finney is having more fun. Did you know that if you're biracial and get hired at MSNBC, other people get to decide your racial identity for you? It's true. Says MSNBC announced that Finney, former deputy press secretary for Hillary Clinton, will host a new show airing on weekends from 4 to 5 p.m.
and Pena is described as the first African American spokeswoman for the Democratic National Committee. So cut to the meat and potatoes, please, Derek. What did the guy say exactly to her, to whoever?
Newsbusters Tim J. Graham, basically an expert, supposedly, who says he acts, his skills to act as Finney is simply not tan enough to be black.
Okay.
And tweeted, MSNBC touting Karen Finney as another African American host, tweeted Graham. Would the average viewer be able to guess that, or is Boehner a shade more tan? Speaking of that, well, actually he's orange, but
right.
That's
yeah. He's going into Hulk Hogan territory with skin.
So yes. And it says, yes, John Boehner's glistening man flesh is more tan than Finney's. By this logic, John Boehner is
Who wrote this? Gay guy?
well, Megan Hall.
No, this is only man flesh. That just sounded like that was written by Malcolm X.
It says that by this logic, John Boehner is blacker than Malcolm X.
Yeah.
My grandpa and Coretta Scott King combined.
That's true. Well, we don't. Again, I'm gonna say what I say, guys. You know, the guy's got the freedom to say what he wants.
Well,
I don't say he
can
can't say what
she looks like?
He sounds like an idiot. He looks like, but he can say what the hell he wants.
He's right. She doesn't look black.
Well, I mean, she does
but that doesn't matter.
She looks
Yeah.
like
The whole point is
fucking care.
that's my
There's no
point.
black
That's my point, and that's my point, Urban. My point is, at this point in age, can't we just get to the point where we all realize we're mixtures and mutts, like I said on here a few days ago?
fucking melting pot.
Shit, I got damn black in me somewhere down the line. I got Spanish in me. You got freaking everything in you. You know, we're all mutts. Can we get over the point where the guy's trying to decide whether she's black enough or not? I mean, is he that shallow? Is that all he's looking at her for? I'd be looking more at his top dog, wondering if
Well,
she's
you
breastfed.
can tell from her hair
I mean, you know,
that she's black.
No, but
She's
who
probably
cares?
straight in that.
What color are her nipples?
Yeah, what does it matter what
Yes.
color she is? Why can't we? That's my whole argument
Let's
also.
just get to the
It's
point.
That's
hard.
one of my main arguments, not the whole, with the Sammy Davis thing, is everybody that wanted to jump on this automatically and go, and I love shooting these people down, and they would jump on it at the beginning and go, it's a race thing. All
Yeah.
these
She
all
looked
these
black
blacks
to
are
you.
making it a race thing. And Urban, I'm giving us something to say here. But then we would step in and go, yeah, it's a race thing, and here's the white guy. I'm
Yeah.
standing up for the Sammy Davis thing.
Okay.
That was another thing that was good about it too, is that we were showing that anytime anybody around here wanted to play the race card, you know, it's
Okay.
all about race, I wanted to show up, not token black people like they would expect to see.
I know, but that's not what we're talking
We
about.
are.
We're
It
talking
is.
about look at this woman.
It connects.
This woman
It connects.
looks white.
But she has a tin of a lot of things in her. Who cares? She looks like she's got Latino in it. She does look like she's
I mean,
got
he's
some black.
right.
You don't think she's got some blackness in her?
I see
though?
some-
She's got a very fair
She
skin
looks.
and
She looks.
beautiful
I
dark
wish you
skin,
could put this picture
but
up.
it's not black.
What
It
picture?
doesn't matter.
I recently sent it to you.
She has some of the same.
With Judge Dick?
Urban. Yeah.
Where are you guys looking at? Because you guys ain't on the screen, because that's what I got up there.
Oh well, they're all on.
See-
cool. They're all on.
See, I can't watch the
Thank
show.
you. You're doing a great job.
You guys got to do that.
Thank
Great,
you.
Ed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ed's on top of that shit. I love it.
No. And
Ed
then
just got
you guys
right.
got to watch the channel. I
You
can't
agree.
see it.
You agree. You're right, but I just didn't know that. But look, my point is,
You need a laptop.
she has a lot. Listen,
Go.
no, Irvin. She has a lot of features very reminiscent of Halle Berry,
Alicia Keys.
right? Alicia
Another
Keys.
one.
No. But that's
doesn't
where
look
we're
black.
showing the connection that they have black in them, though. There is parts of
Yeah,
Halle Berry that looks black.
I hear you. I'm just saying.
But who cares, like Chris said, and I said, who cares what color they are?
Who cares what Chris said?
No, but aren't you right?
Chris didn't say nothing. He's
No, earlier he agreed.
I didn't say a fucking word.
Can I answer?
Can't we get over the color thing?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. She looks white. Alright? That's it. And that's my point. She looks white. Now, I understand she has some features that look black. But everybody has that, as you say. Because we're all mutts. Right?
That's the point.
But
Let's be black.
if you're going to look at that woman, she looks Italian, European. She looks somewhat Hispanic.
Yeah.
Right?
But
And-
Hispanic has
But
a
she
direct-
doesn't go anywhere near looking black.
But she does a little bit. And when you say Hispanic,
I don't see it.
the Hispanic itself
is a mixture of
That's
people.
right, exactly.
Because you have Afro-Latinos.
That's right. The Hispanics
I have
a
Afro-
history of blacks being in
Yeah, that's true.
90% of the slaves went to Latin America.
I mean, you are aware of the whole war between Spain and the Moors.
Hey,
Well, if you
Have you
doesn't
seen
go back to
Haitians?
the Nubian
Do you
roots
think they look
inside
like
Africa,
That's
where
our
they were more
point. Is let
darker.
people get over the cup. My thing is this dickhead, idiot, white knucklehead should just not even be worrying about shit like that. He has the right to say it. My whole point is, can't we all accept in 2013 that we're all a mix of everything?
Yeah.
We are. Let's face it. Who
Well,
cares
I
if
mean,
you're
it all starts in
20%
Africa,
this and
really.
40%? Well, regardless of where it starts, we're all a mix of something. Not one damn person much left on this planet is pure anything.
Yeah.
You know, technically, except maybe some of these.
Yeah, but
indigenous
she's really
tribes.
deluded, dude.
But you can see the black in her, I think.
I think she's got 25% maybe. Maybe.
When I first
It's
met
not
you,
black enough.
yeah, that's exactly the point he's making.
See, that's the problem. Yeah, I hold this problem all the time. Man, back in the 80s, I was too dark to be light skinned. And then when Wesley Snipes came out, girls like dark skinned brothers, I was too light to be dark skinned. I'm right at the equator. I'm one of those medium skinned.
This is cuss right here. Derek,
You see what I mean?
Derek the Cuss Barrett. I just gave him a nickname, the Cuss, because he's on the
I'm
west.
still laughing at what's
Equator.
twisted.
I like the equator myself, but
Not
you know,
quite high yellow.
Yeah.
But somebody in there.
Well, we know you got hard Irish in you, man. I mean, look at this guy. This guy's almost the epitome of Irish right here in Macon, Georgia. He's the most southern version you can get. He's got the red hair. Look at this guy. What do you say about that side, Vicky?
Oh my God.
Chris is the southern redheaded Irish guy I've seen.
oh my goodness.
I got Irish. Harris is
whatever.
on my family's Irish.
Well,
I sent you a story, Derek.
I got like about.
Man, you know, Ed's one notebook.
I'm about like one
Ed's holding
one
his
tenth
head.
Irish, but you know that's
That's
obviously
the two for you.
obviously it's a recessive gene. So
Right. Hey, dude, I would fuck that woman.
Who?
Thank you.
Who wrote that?
Uncle Malty says, notice
Yeah,
that all
boy.
women admit they want to hook.
Well, why wouldn't you?
I did.
why
I don't
wouldn't
care
you-
what color she is.
Why wouldn't you F that woman?
Well,
I mean, what if she was
There's more than just
darker?
looks. No, there's more than looks.
If
Personality
she was
counts.
darker,
Personality.
you wouldn't bang her.
No. I didn't say I want to F that woman.
I'm
I
saying
think
the
personality counts a lot, and men especially. You don't want a stiff ass.
Anyway, she looks white to me, folks. I'm sorry.
I don't care how good they look. You don't want a stiff ass white woman in bed that's annoying as hell.
Yeah.
You know, or mixed woman. I ain't white.
But maybe she got the black twerk gene in there somewhere. Maybe that is she makes up for it.
You gotta be fun in
Yeah.
bed, right? And that's part of the attraction. 50%.
Yeah.
It's not just the physical outside look, it's also the personality and the inside.
I was just reading what they were saying. Rosalind Nicole says, I don't look black either, but how brown do you have to be to consider black?
That's why
Classic
we
Canvas
need to get over
says,
that shit.
Classic Canvas
Like-
says, I'm a perfect tan. Yeah. And Gamer Girl says, I mean, as far as what race is, she is beautiful either way. I agree with her that. It's a personality doesn't need to kind of just bang her for one night and sorry.
Oh, let me talk to Gamer Girl about this. Gamer
That's
Girl.
true.
Gamer Girl.
I'm
So
just
you
saying-
like a guy who just wants to find a girl to do that real quick and go.
I'm just saying,
still
like-
trying to look. And I've done that a couple of times in
Yeah.
my youth.
Okay.
When I was in Germany, I've done that. I'm guilty of having one night stands.
But, you know,
But I don't really do that.
You can't understand what the fuck they're saying anyway in Germany.
No, these were women.
yeah, but I'm just saying, when you talk about black, see, America's kind of weird that way. It's weird that way because we're the only country that talks about you try to identify people by color, like we're Crayolas or Sharpies or something.
Right.
But everywhere else around the world, people are identified by three ways: by the country that they're born in, the language that they speak, and or the religion that they believe into. So it's either one, three, or
I really mess with everybody and screw
Could
people
you
up.
do me a favor?
And the thing is,
Could you act out that moment when you said she's not black enough? Did you
No,
do that?
you cannot redo something. It loses.
That's right. I get
You
paid.
don't remake shit.
I get paid
You
for
have to go.
multiple
I
takes.
You have to go back to the video just to show and watch it. This show is all based on not being
It's
scripted.
funny
You
as
don't
hell.
script it. It was good. That's why you let it
The
happen.
first
You let it
take
happen.
It's free. After that, I gotta
You gotta pay.
No,
That's all.
I forgot
I was
that.
teenage in the 90s. We had that, buddies.
Okay, so you were saying, Derek, I'm sorry.
But I was just saying, well, I was reading what Block TV Rich Refugee says, and whether or not she's black, you know, that conversation should be left to black people, in my opinion. But the thing is, going back to the thing, I hate when people go to that, how far do you go from black to brown? Where does that brown ends and black begins? Because that's a slippery slope you don't want to go into. Because when you talk about brown people, you got to specify what type of brown people you're talking about, because that's even more vague than black.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're talking about brown, are you talking about light-skinned black people? Or are you talking about Latino people? When you're talking about brown people? Or are you talking about Middle Easterners? Brown, Arabs, are you talking about that type of brown? Or you're talking about South Asian brown? You're talking about like brown skin or dark skin Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshi, people from Sri Lanka. I mean, Mexican, yeah. I mean, that's a whole lot of brown.
That's a new segment for you, Derek.
Whole lot of
Stop.
brown.
Take a break with Thought to Ponder and do something new called the Brown Minute.
Yeah.
Derek Barrett.
Yeah.
And you just talk about your black pride.
There's another
The brown. No, you put the Thought to Ponder aside. You do something we call the Brown.
You see how we help each
Should it
other.
be the Brown Factor or the Brown Minute? With Derek Barrett, and he does all this stuff about
bullshit.
But it's got to be the brown chunk.
the Brown Minute.
Okay, DP.
And that's like his black militant side coming out.
The brown.
I'm gonna talk to you brothers out there, sagging and wagging and tagging and bagging. I'm gonna get you. Shit like that, you know. Derek just does shit like that.
I like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
brown, the militant,
Tagging and banging.
the militant
You're
DB.
going to teach young African men how to think.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly. Put them in their place because you came from a damn good generation where we knew better. White or black, Spanish or Chinese, we knew better.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't make the right choices all the time, but we knew better.
Yeah.
And you have to further that on to the young black men now.
Yeah.
There with the brown.
And
the
go
brown
there.
men.
And
Look, you little shithead. Guess what? You know,
Pull your pants up for goodness
put your
sake.
pants up.
That's your
moron.
duty, Derek. Get on that.
Could you imagine me doing one of those?
You got too much to do. You got to do your damn running for office
I know.
show first.
By the way,
we're gonna go an extra hour today if everybody wants to. You
yeah,
guys don't
I'm
want
done.
to, then screw it.
Is it over?
No,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
9 minutes.
no,
Do you want to go
no.
longer or not? It's really almost over at 9 minutes. We have to do daily bread, insults, and wordsmith. He's got to do our wordsmith.
Oh,
But no, I want to go a little longer. You guys wanna
yeah,
go?
let's do it.
We don't
Half an hour.
We got to really do that damn marathon show. People
Anyway,
Gamer girl, I'm liking this conversation with you online.
You need to get here on fucking time,
This
man.
is almost
It's bullshit.
All right, well, fine, man. That's fine, man.
No, man,
You
this is
spoke.
bullshit.
No, you broke me out. Let's go. I have to stay longer. But anyway, Gamer girl, let's have this conversation real quick because she's talking about she had F buddies in the 90s. Sorry, guys, I like this conversation.
Yeah, I do too.
Gamer girl.
And then Gamer Girl said, then we saw the movie Kids and
Kids, yeah, that's kind of
Age 14, some
Harmony Correct.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I saw that
Don't
movie.
sleep.
They had that movie had Chloe Sevigny and
Harmony Correct.
but that was a crazy movie. That's like, where the hell these
Don't you
parents are?
You guys want to go the hour?
No,
No, you can go the hour.
Half
I'll just
hour
sit in
more.
the other room and kind of watch it,
Yeah,
and do what
that's
I gotta
We
do,
won't go on break.
and I'll just let it do its thing.
We won't even go on break.
We'll just go straight.
Okay, that's fine. You go
Just
ahead.
Maybe another 45. If they need to go, they can go.
Because I'm working on
I'll
my.
sit here and go another
I'm trying to get
45
that other
minutes. Let's
computer
go another
going, man.
45 minutes.
We're having fun.
Good. Okay.
But
I'm
anyway,
trying.
back to it, Gamer Girl. So when you had
I'm
these
sorry.
when you had these F buddies in the 90s, Gamer Girl, did you not ever end up getting attracted to their personality by just having sex with them? Like first you only slept with them for the sex, but then did they attach themselves to you more so with the personality, or the opposite? They become such an annoyance that you're like, oh god, I can't deal with these personalities, it just turns me off. And this goes to any other chatter out there, but Gamer Girl brought it up, so let us know. Because, you know, yeah, we all had our youth where we did crazy stuff, but as a whole, as a guy, I have not been with a lot of women. As compared to most guys,
Yeah.
my total women I've been with in my life, different women, some of the women not multiple times, but different women,
But you only went out with like 3 women.
12. 12 total I've ever been with, completely. And I'm 44. 12. Now, I've like messed around with women in other ways, like
Right.
sucking on them, so that. But going the whole way, I've only got been with 12 women. And that's pretty low for a guy. in this day.
That looks as good as he
No, it has
is.
nothing to do with looks. It's in general. No, it was just the way I was.
So your porn career was real short.
That's the next line, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, you might be feel the same way. I don't know how many freaking people you've been
Alright,
with.
please.
But what I'm saying
I
is,
had 3 in my whole life. That's
oh
it.
hell, so I guess I'm all male whore. If I had 12 and you had 3 on, I thought you'd been in the damn 70s scene, getting all in that scene, man.
That's right, man.
You know, where were you
Listen,
doing?
I had a bunch of guys.
You had that more 3.
No, I had a bunch of guys.
You
Yes,
can't remember.
That's what we. Oh, see, 50. Urban on 50.
I can't
Total.
remember how.
Guys and girls.
Yes.
Wow. See, I'm
Yeah.
at 12.
47 guys and 3 girls.
Urban.
I think you should run your campaign.
That's
on
what
that
exactly
shit.
your sign should be.
Yeah, but there were.
Hey, what are your slogans?
There were dates.
47 3.
No, what are your signs should
There
be?
were
Make
dates
it.
and
I've
there
had
were
more
double
than you
dates.
than you've had of me. That should be one of your slogans. Make it. I've had more of you than you've had of me.
Exactly.
I mean, that would be awesome, man. Because then it also goes with your slogan. You know, making. I've had more of you, meaning I've had enough of your shit. I'm coming after you, right? And then you flip it to then you've had of me. And it also means this little thing about how many damn men and women Urban's been with. Chris, before you leave, how many women have you gone all the way with?
Man, I'm trying to
See, Derek, I'm not gonna ask you, but you're gonna say, hey, Derek's gonna say 1. Derek's gonna say I'm still a virgin.
It's
all right. See, your numbers.
I mean, there were
okay.
many times where I just.
Malty, every guy on here, for people that I think are guys, Winchester, Malty, Saibuki, Greybeard, Vorklight, any of you men, how many girls have you been with, or guys? We don't care if you're gay. Just, how many people have you been with completely? I don't talk about just making out or fondling. I mean complete all the way.
Well, then complete on the way it wasn't 50.
Oh, okay.
I'm
See, I'm
saying
saying
8,
complete all the
double
way.
9.
I mean, I didn't make a fucking list. Some people
I
make
didn't
a goddamn list.
I didn't either, but Chris, my number is so low for you.
Ladies, 200, Malty, 15, because.
See, because he got a little more than me. Because is way younger than me. If he's born in 77,
Rank them.
and he's got more than me.
6
Different
women.
women. That shows you that I was a pretty, guy that wasn't really
Gamer
like
girl,
trying to
4.
sleep with everybody. I was kind of, when I was younger, I was
8.
dirty.
Gamer girl's a good girl, only 4.
I'll go Balti. I think he just made shit
I'm probably around
200. You said that round.
up. See,
I mean, we got.
I mean, there's more I could have slept with, but I had standards.
How many of them did you pay for?
How many women did you have in your life, Urak, is the question.
Or man, we're going with this. How many full love-making sessions have you had with different? Don't count like the hundreds you had with one person.
Yeah.
We're talking about how many different people. I've had only 12 different people that I've gotten completely intimate with. Now there's a few I've added on to that I've done other stuff with. But.
Yeah. About 15.
All right, Gamer Girl says, well, we were all friends, so we kind of knew the personality. We would all do everything together, but at the end of the night, when we all went home, if we didn't feel like going to bed by yourself, you called up and that was it. See, she's born in the 90s. Well, not born in the 90s. She's born in the 80s, right, Gamer Girl?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like, I can understand.
I never fell in love with them. They were not the person I wanted to deal with for the rest of my life. I love them as my friend.
No, Uncle Baldy, I got a wife.
Winchester says, oh yeah, there were many,
well in that department.
there were many goonies. There were many goonies that I avoided.
I love it, Winchester.
I know what you're talking about. Goo, yeah.
Let's say ones that are wolf ugly, right?
Yeah.
Wolf ugly. You wake up the next morning and they're laying on your arm. You got to chew your arm off to get up.
That's the one you don't even
She's a
count.
hairy beast.
You don't count that.
Yeah.
It's just like, you don't tell your buddy.
No, you got to count all of them, regardless of looks and bad mistakes.
First of all, I avoid it. Like, shoot, that's not even. I'm not even gonna try to even entertain that junk. You know, if you that ugly, I ain't gonna.
There's only two people that I had like one night stand with that I didn't really know their personality when I slept with. That was back in my
A
days.
Blog TV refugee. This is the guy that came over at Blog. Promiscuous men have high self-esteem. Promiscuous women have low self-esteem.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, you know, well,
but promiscuous men and women that are together have the best damn self-esteem.
No, they call
no. I'm talking about not the swingers.
Swingers.
I'm talking about a couple that is that clicks, they connect sexually, they connect personality, and those couples that are together, whether they end up marrying or not, those have the best sex lives. They do. I can vouch for that. When you really love the person you're with, not just attracted to them, but the love and everything about them, plus you have a connection inside with them, with the brain.
Yeah.
That's the best sex.
Yeah.
Brain sex is the
No,
best
it
sex.
is. It's the combination of all.
She was born in the
It's like
90s. She was born in the 80s. Born in
No,
1980.
No,
Teenager in the
I
90s.
yeah, teenager. But the thing, I knew what I was saying.
So you all
No,
staying out.
that's good. Gamer Girl says, I agree with that.
Well, it is. Yeah.
Y'all gonna
And
stay
I
an hour.
understand it.
Well, about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll let it go.
understand it.
I'm gonna go do what I gotta
Anthony,
do.
I understand
It's
it.
true. If you've been in that position,
I've
it's
been
true.
there.
You know what I mean? It's true. When you really click with someone, it's the best. I don't care how great that drunk night of sex was with that person you found at the bar. At the moment, that felt like the best sex I know because you're drunk and all. When you really connect with somebody and then also have another kind of connection with them, that's the best.
You don't want to do the daily bread? Well, I mean,
Yeah, we still got to do
I still think we
daily
should end the show with the daily bread, but we're going an extra 45 minutes. So let's.
Well, I'll come back at the end of
I can't read fucking Daily Bread.
No, you're gonna do
No,
work
no,
stuff,
no.
and he's got to go soon.
I have been banned from Daily Bread.
I love it. I want you to also do the
So
insult.
what you gonna do?
I guess you got
You gonna do it now or later?
We're gonna do the wordsmith now and the insult now, and then at the end of the show, do daily bread.
Okay, let's do the
Page
words.
number.
I don't have my glasses.
All right, now what do we do
Let's
with
do
this?
90. Let's do 80 for Gamer Girl because she was born in 80. I'm gonna pick the page number. Sorry guys, I'm picking.
All right.
Because I want a good conversation with Gamer Girl here. 80. We're picking 80 for Gamer Girl. Now Gamer Girl, give a passage. 1, 2,
Well, put 9 since you
There's
put
8.
90s.
There's 8. You want
Pick up
9?
the
Gamer
number
Girl.
between
What you
Well,
say?
she put that number down.
Well, 8.
She put, yes, I was born in the 80s, teenager in
And
the
I think
90s.
page 80. Pick another number, quick. Gamer. I'm on page 80.
Hold on.
There's 8. 8 of them.
Oh, wait a minute. 4.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we were talking about that's perfect. Oh my god, and look who's reading it. Look who's reading the word.
What the fuck is
You
that?
don't know what word that is?
Brogue?
Brogue. The Irish guy is reading brogue.
Wow.
Brogue
And
is.
he has kind
This
of
is
broke.
fitting as hell. What the fuck is brogue? You don't know what brogue is?
Okay, we're gonna find out.
B-R-O-G-U-E. That's like the way you speak.
I learned something.
Brogue.
Right.
Perfect. Hit, Gamer Girl.
Okay.
Read it, baby.
A brogue was originally a rudimentary sort of shoe, worn in the more wild and woolly Celtic corners of the British Isles.
Wow. Love it.
The term does not seem to have been applied to today's stout country walking shoe until the early 20th century. The word the word Irish and Scott Gaelic "brogue" comes from Old Norse "brock," leg covering, which is related to English breechers. The relationship between leg and covering and foot covering is fairly close. And indeed, from the 17th to the 19th century, brogue was used for leggings.
Is that it?
No. It is not clear whether brogue Irish accent is the same word. If it is, it presumably comes from some such notion as the speech of those who wear brogues. Okay, man.
That's right.
Yeah, pull your brogues up, motherfucker.
Pull your brogues up, fella.
You know, I thought he was going to say brogue.
I kept thinking about what's his name, Seamus, the tall.
You did a good job.
Oh, hell,
yeah,
boy,
Rick
Rick,
for
Rick,
Christian wrestling.
I heard you
The
Irish
brogue
accent.
kick. Bam.
I thought you were going to say brogue was a rogue black guy. A rogue brother.
Hey.
A rogue brother. A brogue.
Oh, because the Irish are the blacks of Europe?
He's black Irish.
Hey, it's like that.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Johnny Rotten, John Light has a great autobiography, which I read, got the first edition when it came out way back, called No Irish, No Blacks, No Dogs. That's the name of his autobiography. It's right. He talks about hanging around a lot of
They're all laughing.
Wait, you? Yeah. But anyway, he's about to do the insults too.
Oh, fuck.
This is your word.
How about I just made one up?
Yeah, that's.
I bet they insult all three of these bags.
All right, go ahead. Do
Yeah.
that first, and then we'll let you do this one. Insult us first.
Fine. I don't know, man. Shit, man. Come on, give me this shit.
Let's do this one right here. Just say that this is this guy talking about this guy, and read this. This is pretty bad court.
Okay. Ruskin is one of the most turbid. Oh, am I supposed to
Just
read
say,
it first?
this is Max Nordau on John Ruskin. John Ruskin was like this very uptight, kind of moralistic critic that just was really too much of a tightwad when it came to art. So this is Max Nordau on John Ruskin,
Okay.
the art writer critic.
Ruskin is one of the most turbid and fallacious minds. Fallacious? Oh, that's fucking brutal insult. Of the century. To the surface of the most wildly eccentric thoughts, he brings the absurdity of a bigot. His mental temperament is that of a first Spanish Grand Inquisitor. I'm thinking Spanish Inquisition.
Do this next word.
He is the Torquemada of aesthetics.
See why I picked this one.
He would burn alive the critic who disagrees with him. I'd burn alive the son of a bitch that wrote this.
Keep going.
Since states do not stand within his reach, he can at least rave and rage in words and annihilate the heretic figuratively of abuse and cursing.
By abuse and cursing.
I don't know, man.
Go back to the video and watch.
Listen, whatever that guy said, he's an asshole. You know what?
Yeah.
Because he had a lot to say.
Yeah,
I could already see this
That
kind
dude,
of
what's
guy.
the name? Max Nordau.
Yeah, I could already see this kind of guy.
He went ham on. Yeah, there was no damn politically correctness back then.
No.
That's why I like it. That's why I like
He
it.
had a lot to say then, don't you think?
They called him Chocomata. That's cold. That's some cold stuff. I mean, he's bad now. This guy left.
Fallacious.
See, I love that though. That we must always have that freedom of speech.
What is that like
So
ancient British for suck my dick or something, man? Or what is that?
fallacious.
Yeah,
Anyway, yes. If you wonder why we're still here, we're going another 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Tomas de Torquemada is was a 15th century Spanish Dominican friar and first Grand Inquisitor in Spain's movement to restore Christianity among its populace in the late 15th century. So basically, he was in charge of the Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So basically, yeah. So he was like the Charles Manson
Yes.
of the.
But he was doing it
15th
somewhat
century.
legally and somewhat like under
Ah,
so-called respectable guy.
That's a cool way. Just someone called you Torquemada. It's like you an evil somebody.
That's right.
Damn.
See, I like that, getting on the
You
people.
went ham on that dude. I tell
We
you.
can't lose that insight
Why?
of insult people. You still have to be able to insult people.
I insult them when I'm walking.
You call yourself shot jocks.
Yeah,
I insult them
The
when
only
I'm
thing
walking
shocking is
around.
you have an audience.
yeah, but I ain't
But I ain't never
exactly
called
right.
nobody no Torquemada. It's like that's some cold.
Oh no.
I don't even know what it means, but it doesn't sound good.
Torquemada was Thomas. Thomas, he was a.
Was that like
See,
son
if
of a
that
bitch?
person said that,
he
he
was
had
a
to be
religious
like,
guy.
Torquemada was
White
named
English.
this monk who basically was in charge of the Spanish Inquisition.
Right.
Oh,
So he was
Torture
a bad
blows.
guy. Yeah. Bad guy.
bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was, thank you very much, Chris, for doing both of those. That was Wordsmith from John Ato's Dictionary of Word Origins. And that insult was out of a compilation by Nancy McPhee, the Book of Insults, Ancient and Modern. There's a couple other ones here. Let me do this one real quick, because this is really something I have to do for Irving. On the back cover by Noel Coward. Noel Coward says, never trust a man with short legs, brains too near their bottoms. That's just for you, Irving.
Thank you.
that should be a shoe-in for election.
I bet you studied that out, because he did spit and pull that out
I
of
put it
that.
on the back of the box.
On the back of the fucking book.
Right there. Now, just a man with short legs, brains too near their bottoms. Anyway, so that's not Daily Bread time. We're gonna end the show with Daily Bread. Early. That's at the end of the show.
Well, when the hell's the end of the
We
show?
got another 40 minutes.
I never really leave now.
We're over at 11:45. You guys want to go any further? Y'all bored as hell?
I got some stuff I was reading.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, we told Ed we were going 45. Right?
You already ran your.
That was 45 minutes ago.
I don't know if you heard. There was a
Right.
certain story, but I don't know if you heard. But this is just
15 minutes.
There was
We're
heard
done.
about this woman named Adria Richards. Adria Richards was basically this developer blogger, right? Talks about certain gadgets and ideas.
Yeah.
And she was on there, basically overheard a guy sitting behind her laughing with his friends about the word dongle. And dongle is supposedly some type of computer gadget or tool, but it's supposedly
It's a little thing hanging on a wire.
yeah,
The
like
dangle.
a-
The dongle dangle.
Dongle guy, like a wing dang dinger.
Yeah, and then basically
Yeah.
things just making basically it's kind of like similar to some male anatomy.
Right.
And for some strange reason, the speaker showed she basically took a picture of the guys from her phone and basically tweeted like, "Hey, this is like really bad." Which she tweeted, "Sexual language and imagery is not appropriate for any conference venue, including talks."
Oh.
So this had nothing to do with it. They were talking about basically some computer parts. They weren't talking about anatomy per se.
Oh, so he made a reference to a sexual part based on.
Dongler. Yeah,
Right.
the dongler.
Dongler.
A dangling dong.
You see, this is the problem.
Dongler.
Can I just say this? Because one of the things that I realized when I was over at Al Tillman's show, he has a show, a comedian, and the comedian was doing dirty jokes. And I don't like dirty jokes. I really don't. And especially when the guys humping, that's not funny to me. So there are some people that feel that way. She probably felt that way. Like, I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Right.
But
But the
that
thing-
makes sense. It's
No, I
not
do
true.
understand.
It
But the
puts
thing
people
was-
in an
The thing
uncomfortable
was,
position.
but the thing is that they weren't talking to her. They were talking about computer parts. They weren't talking about actual sexual parts. And then what are they talking about? Men. Now I could understand. She's
Yeah,
talking
about
about
themselves.
themselves. Yeah, men talking about themselves.
Yeah.
She just happened to be nosy
here.
over
Oh,
eavesdropping
so
some
you're not
other's
getting
conversation.
So
I mean,
she's suing?
no, she's not. Well, no, she tweeted the picture and got them fired.
Right.
But as a result of that,
Yes.
they basically her supervisors fired her
Good.
for basically
So they got back.
basically
Did the
being
right
a
thing.
shit starter.
Yeah, because really, yeah, exactly. Don't eavesdrop. You don't want to
She
hear
got
guys
the
talking
last
about
move.
donglers that don't eavesdrop.
Yeah, I mean, if one thing if they were talking about female anatomy, then I can see why would she be offended. But they're talking about
Well, no, it shouldn't matter whether it was female either. She shouldn't be offended by female. That's my point. Is you shouldn't let either offend you. You should just butt out of somebody else's business in conversation. Really, right? I mean, that's the point of that to me. So
Well, she was just probably some
uppity
a-hole.
Puritan, whatever, like Porcupine.
No, how dare you? We're not even talking to you. Get the hell out of here.
Right.
That's what I would say.
Right. Well, I mean, that's exactly it. But she wanted to start something.
yeah, you want to start stuff.
You got to be starting something. You want to be starting something.
What the hell is that?
Why don't we start something? That was the
Yeah.
very first track of
That was
the
a white guy.
Thriller album, 1982.
That was the second white guy to do that.
Produced
song.
by Michael Jackson.
He's not black enough.
No, he's not. Exactly. Good full circle.
Michael Jackson.
I got a story real quick, guys. I heard him way over here because this pissed me off. And Melissa Harris Perry, on MSNBC, one of those like bumped up channels, said this. I think she's a congresswoman or something. I don't know. Look her up. Type in. She's a hyphenated person. That tells you something. She's hyphenated. It's Melissa Harris Perry.
No relation.
She's
right?
no Harris of mine. That's for sure. It's not with these thoughts. Look that up for me. Anyway, they played the soundbite. She basically goes in front of Congress or somewhere, Senate, wherever the hell she is, and says basically that this
You're gonna do
this
it,
shit,
or am I-
Urban, pulls this shit out.
Yeah.
Our children are not ours.
I'm asking him if he's gonna pull it up.
He's gonna type it in. He's gonna type it in. She says this is by the way, that our children are not ours.
Yeah.
That everybody should give control of their children over to the population. That whole it takes a village crowd, but to an extreme.
Doesn't that sound like Hitler Youth?
Yes, exactly. She said, look this woman up. I'm serious. Melissa Harris. She goes on MSNBC.
What's the point?
The point is that's a ridiculous comment. She's got a right to say this is the bullshit that is straighter to
Melissa Harris.
Harry. It's hyphenated. Melissa. This bitch, and I'm gonna call her that because this is exactly that. It sounds so like Hitlerish. It sounds so. She just thinks that she's condoning turning our children over, basically giving up the discipline of our children and leaving it to others. This bitch is saying this shit. She's entitled to say it, but I'm gonna call her that. Right here, this shit here. This bullshit here. I mean, this woman, I heard this soundbite on MSNBC, and I'm thinking, this is why MSNBC is one of the shittiest news channels.
No, at least they're putting it out there.
They are. But the thing about it, I mean,
no, they're putting it out there as almost a propaganda.
Yes, that's my point.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, exactly.
And MSNBC and Fox it's just too polarizing bullshit.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with the truth.
Exactly. And you know, she's entitled to opinion, but you goddamn right. Hell no, I never agree.
Well, here's the Limbaugh Freaks. This is from RawStory.com. Says Melissa Harris Perry, a foreign Marxist who wants to steal children.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, she can say it, but this shows you how whacked out our world and this country is going. And everybody's sitting around like this, letting this shit happen.
Yeah. Okay, here's what it says. The story says the conservative pundit class is outraged by over MSNBC host Melissa Harris Perry's
the anarchist is outraged.
Recent ad spot about public education and Rush Limbaugh not wanting to be left behind the likes of Glenn Beck. Took his best swing at the university professor on Monday, describing her with the words foreign, Marxist, and communist, and suggesting that she wants to steal children away from conservative families. This is Marx, Mengele, and Communist Manifesto. The nuclear family has always been under attack by communist leftists, he said.
No, just get the crux of it. We're not going to get Rush Limbaugh. I don't like that. I don't like that fat bastard either. I'll say it. He can say it.
Well, Harris Perry, for the record, says in a recent MSNBC ad that the private notion of children as exclusively belonging to their parents had led to underinvestment in public education. Because once it's everybody's responsibility, not just the households, then you start making better investments.
Bullshit.
No,
you're not raising my kids.
Yeah.
Fuck no. That just sounds like a
better investment in my ass.
Do you agree with that, Irvin? What she said? Do you agree with that mentality? I heard that show on the radio this morning.
I mean, it's basically just treating kids like a commodity.
It is. It's very much. It's ridiculous.
They're a fucking tax exemption. They're
all this bullshit.
She looks like a cross between Peter Pan and Curious Gold.
Oh, hell.
What they need to do is get to the politicians that are misusing our fucking tax dollars.
You had to say Curious Gold.
Yeah. She's blacking up.
See what I can see?
You want to switch seats?
I'm just saying.
Before you do an uppercut over that way?
I'm just saying that people see.
Evolution
is. I'm just saying that evolution is just as racist towards black people, if not more, than when people use the Bible to overrun. Yeah, come on. Because people say, well,
there's a lot of racism in the Bible, you have to admit.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of racism.
Jesus is a long-haired white guy.
No, that's Michelangelo's cousin posing as Jesus.
Yeah. That's all.
Let's be honest.
You're right. That's
exactly
it. It's somebody like his cousin posing.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, evolution is probably just as racist to a certain, twisted to a certain extent. And I'm more because I say, well, life started in Africa, but hey, look at these people. Those Negroes ain't changed in 2 million years. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
You see where it goes?
But see, I like
somebody.
That's why I love
the apes,
and that's why I love the Planet of the Apes so much. Besides growing up with that being my favorite movie, the original Planet of the Apes, that's why I love it. Planet of the Apes broke it down for me. It made me become more of an evolutionist. Did not believe in God, but also Planet of the Apes broke it down. It didn't pick out just the blacks and say they're the apes. They broke it down in cultures and genres. You had your orangutans, who were the white ones, right? Still ape connected. You had the scientists, which were like Roddy McDowell, Cornelius, those characters.
Black
They
hair.
were more so the chimpanzee. And then you had the gorilla, which was the military. the leadership, the government part,
You
the soldier,
muscular,
that's right.
black face.
But see, but aren't you glad that they covered it by not being racist? They didn't just say,
No,
let's
I
make all the
think
apes look black. They threw in the genre of the white man.
I think
right,
the issue
right.
was race,
They made
but I
everybody a
think
monkey.
they were trying to make it positive.
But then, exactly, they made everybody a monkey. They did not do that kind of racial comment thing that Derek was talking about, where everybody just thinks of monkey, you think of black person.
That's true.
Planet Apes didn't do that. That's why it's another
They
great
still
movie.
they still
based
had a
on a great
hierarchy.
book. They did, but it doesn't matter because the hierarchy in the government side, in the militant guerrilla
They were
side,
all
was
fucking
also
monkeys.
high.
Mhm.
They were, remember, he was the general.
Yeah.
Like the General Aldo. And the other one, Urko. Urko, there was a few of them. They were the higher up of that three. It was almost like the three systems, the judicial, the executive branch, but it was done in a monkey society way. That's what makes that movie so great to me, besides just it being my first big movie I loved as a kid. All the original Planet movies. But that's the point, is that you're right. A lot of people, unfortunately, when you say that, they think of monkey, they think of black person.
Mhm.
I don't think like
I
that.
wasn't thinking
I don't
monkey,
because
was
of
just
Planet
like,
Apes.
yeah,
I believe because of Planet Apes, I don't think like that.
yeah.
Because that
Well,
was
it's a
still
faith.
early on me that I was not going to be racist or look at race.
Anyway,
you know,
We're going on anyway.
well, let's
Chad's saying?
Talking about creepy Jesus paintings, and I've seen them, and yeah, I think every grandma does have that creepy Jesus painting,
Yeah.
or the one where where they're sitting there in the living, the dining room where you eat, and there's always the praying old man.
Right.
Alright, let's do this.
Well, no, we got to wait till Ed comes
Yeah,
back
we
in.
got Ed
Ed
comes
does the music. He already had. We got to stick with what we told Ed, otherwise it's going to be bad for us to call him early. He might
So what are we doing? How long are we
Can't we go till 11:40? Like Ed knows? Shit, man, it's only 20 more minutes.
What?
20 more minutes.
What o'clock it is?
12?
No, we're gonna go till 11:40.
Oh, I thought it was already 12
No, it's
o'clock.
only 11:20.
Oh.
Just chill. We're gonna get to that.
Hey,
I got a great vibe going with you guys this morning.
yeah, I got like trending now.
Let's do some trending now. Let's go see what the chatters are up to.
Okay, number 10 says number 10 is Obama BB gun. Number 9 is Joel Osteen hoax. Number 8 is Elizabeth Vargas crush. Number 7 is Terry Francona lost. Number 6 is Google Glass strip club.
I'm gonna say number 6.
Okay. Number 5 is Joe Montana's son.
Oh, we didn't break his leg.
Number 4 is
Outside.
Sariel Montiel dies.
Never heard of
Number 3 is Andy John dies.
it. I haven't heard of it.
Number 2 is Tim Tebow plans. And number 1 is Michael J.
Jay
Fox.
Fox plans to die.
No,
I
Michael
had
J.
to
Fox.
do that. We had to do like 3 dies in a row and do it planned.
The Michael J. Fox one.
I did not like that at all.
I want the Google strip club. I want the Google strip club.
Gamer Girl says number 1 also. Okay. We'll go ahead
I want the Google strip club after that.
Okay.
I just want to know how bad his shake's got. Okay.
Oh, okay. It says number 1 news is
Bad enough to send them back to the future.
Says Michael J. Fox on why he's going back to comedy.
Oh.
He's going back to comedy.
People love to laugh at people shaking.
Yeah.
That's I mean, let's be honest. Humans are a bad, evil breed. They are. They're mean.
Mhm.
We're mean.
Yes.
They want to see a guy stay on stage and
That's right.
doing this the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Michael J. Fox is returning to his Family Ties network, NBC, this fall with his new comedy, loosely based on his own life. But before chatting about his new show, Access Hollywood's Michelle Beatty had to ask the actor about appearing on the cover of AARP magazine.
Right.
It says, Michael J. Fox says, I went from Teen Beat and Tiger Beat to AARP, Michael. There are some great tips about colon health. Says, like a fine wine, Michael's sense of humor has only gotten better with age. But make no mistake,
This is wine.
the 51-year-old AARP cover boy is not retiring anytime soon.
Okay. I'll let you in on the laugh. Here's a line. He probably spilled his coffee all over.
Oh, fuck no, man.
Who said that?
Winchester, 978. Wow.
Oh, that was
Alex P.
funny.
Keaton returns.
That is funny.
I hope Mallory is coming.
We're all getting fucking emails.
Alex P. Keaton
We're all going to
returns.
hell for sure.
He says, I hope Mallory is coming over. No, I know. Mallory, she did not age graceful. I'm
Oh
just saying.
man, Mallory who?
The one
Oh,
Justine
come on,
Bateman.
man.
But I think Michael J. Fox is a monster in the bedroom, man. I mean, he just sticks in and starts shaking, man. He's a monster.
Gamer Girls.
He did a Harlem
I
Shake.
bet his woman is getting all sorts of G-spot reactions.
This is a great. Check this out. Gamer Girl says, how is it gonna be funny the whole time I watch him? I'm gonna be saying,
You're right, Gamer Girl.
Then she ends, I don't think I'll be watching.
No.
Oh my God.
He's definitely good in bed with his wife, I bet.
Yeah, it's true.
Non-stop vibrations.
So I think they're gonna tie his hand down.
Right. They're gonna like cuff him behind his back and just have him stand at the mic like this, like the mic stand. They're gonna cuff him.
No,
And that's gonna make
be
him
like
look
that. He's gonna be like
Oh,
this.
God.
I
I went to a Wendy's yesterday, guys. I went to a Wendy's. I saw a guy in a DeLorean.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
No, I hear all the
In
time.
his new comedy, Michael J. Fox is playing a New York anchorman whose
Oh,
family
Lord,
career is
forgive me.
turned upside down by Parkinson's.
Okay.
This is,
Well, okay, Chris, did you show the legless video? Oh God, no.
What video?
Oh man, it's
You sent a video to him?
No, I mean I just a 10-year-old showed it to me, and it was horrible.
What is it? Legless?
It's actually a cover of a 2 Chainz song. I'm different, but it's a parody, and it's the guy in a wheelchair, and it's like basically it's just I'm crippled. Yeah, I'm crippled. No, rolling up to the club with my legs missing. Yeah, that was it. I mean, it's good. No, it's good to see people making fun of that.
That's a promo right there.
No.
Use that on a promo.
It's good to see people
Just still rapping.
Yeah. If you do not, if you do not make fun of your disabilities and it's beat you.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I wrote a script called Canis Lupus Rednexus, where I make fun of everybody.
Of course, and
even disability people. I got everybody in that movie.
So you could understand there.
Yeah. Very
See,
bad.
That goes
Great.
for the person who is crippled. They need to have a good.
Yes. If I was crippled, I would sure as hell be taking advantage and laughing about on this show all the time.
And it was so fucking funny. I mean, the whole video was just wonderful. Well, what about the comments made about Fox? It ain't that bad.
What do you mean? What happened at Fox?
Michael J. Fox, actor. Not
I'm thinking Fox News Network. Okay.
No, well.
Well, no, Michael J. Fox, he can do what he can do. If he can still work and do it, man. If he wants to try comedy, what the hell?
Yeah.
But Gamer Girl's not the only one that's going to think they just can't sit there and watch that guy do
No, that's what you're going to be looking for.
You're going to feel like the lowest piece of shit sitting on the couch watching this.
Yeah.
It's a train wreck, basically.
I'm pulling for the guy, man.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have him shaking hands a lot.
He might want to think about going into porn. Really, I'm serious, man. He's a human vibrator.
But he's 51 though. He's 50.
Oh shit!
No, man. That shit still works. Yeah.
I mean, Fox,
I don't want to see no
Michael J. Fox in Back Door to the Future.
What? Are you looking at the dude?
No, he's like,
I'm not looking at the dude.
Michael J. Fox.
Back Door in the Future.
That's kind of like. You know, he has to change Fox to FOXXX. Michael J. That's his porn name.
Oh my goodness.
His porn name would be Michael J. MJ Fox.
Oh,
like Jamie Foxx.
Gavin says maybe they'll CGI him like they did with Tupac at the Conchilla.
Yeah. The hologram. Oh, that's funny shit.
That's the part where we are shock jocks. That whole conversation about Michael J. Fox. That's shocking.
Yeah, that was.
Not to us.
Anyway, what was the other thing that you wanted to talk about? The Google Glass strip
I want to hear about strip clubs.
Okay.
I'm in that mood.
the cover charge.
I'm in that mood. You know,
Still
this
a bad
conversation
decision.
about
That was a brand new show on NBC.
What's it called?
Having a connection with somebody.
It's called,
What the hell was the name of the show that he's coming back on? Who went off on his,
It's called Shaking All Over.
Shake It Up?
What if you did that? What if you tried to sell a show idea to one of the networks and go, I want Michael J. Fox in something called Shaking It Up, Shaking All Over. Will you sign this on? They
Be
will
like,
probably right back.
security.
Yeah.
That would be funny as hell. Let's write a script for a treatment for something called shaking all over.
Google Glass.
Here we go.
Google Glass won't be welcome everywhere. Says Google, their GOOG, their trademark name and stock name, Google's futuristic glass headgear will be available before year's end. The device may well be the final step before human-machine interaction moves under our skin, so that its wearers may trigger some undesired social reactions from friends and family members. It may not go over too well at your local watering hole either. In fact, judging from our early look, Google Glass won't be welcome in lots of places. Google Glass consists of a small display situated on a frame that resembles eyeglasses. It's connected to a camera and microphone and bone-conducting speaker. Glass pairs with your smartphone wirelessly using Bluetooth, but also use your Wi-Fi access to internet. So basically, you have a tiny little screen in front. You can use your voice to finger to get to it to take photos, record video.
Use your what? The finger?
To get it to take photos,
As a strip club?
record video, initiate video, or voice chats and send messages. Search Google and translate words and phrases. But Google's being a bit coy about the ship date for the groundbreaking wearable computer. However, this qualifying early adopters are paying $1,500 a pop for the privilege of owning it first. We're told it would be much widely available with a slightly more affordable price tag. But one of the reasons why Google Glass will find itself unwelcome in places because its camera lives at the wearer's eye level. It takes photos or records video without a red blinking light telling others it's happening. Anywhere, cameras and other recording devices are unwelcome. The same would certainly go for most Google Glass. For starters, you can't forget about where you're taking Glass to Vegas, Las Vegas. But what is in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know. It says, we've been dealing with the cell phone dealing and the picture taking over the years, and we are quick to make sure that it doesn't happen in our club. Peter Feinstein, managing partner of Sapphire Gentlemen's Club in Vegas, told NBC News.
I like that his name is Peter and he runs a strip.
Explaining that hosts checking any electronics and paper rings could be used for filming.
Well, this is kind of creepy because you think about the whole idea of having this computer.
George Orwell, 1984.
Yeah, and then it reads your mind or it does something. I mean,
well, you're able to watch the computer.
Yeah, but how do you give it command?
That way, man. Huh?
How do you give it command?
Voice operated.
Voice operated.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. Think about texting and driving.
Getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're back in the future.
Getting crazy.
Yeah.
I'm smoking and driving.
That's why I need to go live on a cabin out in like 88 acres of land.
Next thing you know,
I need to pull an Atlas Shrugged and John Dalton just go start a utopia somewhere else and say, the hell with the world, I'm not giving you my ideas.
No, not only that, but think about this. They can send messages
I need to pull
for
the John
that.
Dalton. All that technology just like that. Fuck that shit.
They can send
This
messages.
is coming from a guy on blog
do
TV.
propaganda shit.
Of course.
You know, they can actually
because the access is much more easy. You don't have to hook up anything. You don't have to plug anything. You just have bam, and then you just have an image. Yeah. Oh, really?
Next thing you know, you're talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, ooh, the Google glasses.
You have been assimilated into the Google.
The Google. The lapidation of the women in the Google.
California.
It's not a tuba. It's not a tuba.
The state of California.
Chill back.
Oh, like smoking a cigar. Looks like
That looks just like a big curmudgeon, the old bouncer with that cigar in that head.
Here's a wing dang doodle of story.
A ding dong.
Speaking of going from your brain,
Hooters waitress.
Back to Hooters. You gotta love something that talks about Hooters.
Hooters waitress says post-brain surgery appears cost her job.
Oh, but of course.
A former Hooters waitress has sued the restaurant chain in federal court, alleging she was pushed out of her job after brain surgery left her with a buzz-cut hair and a healing scar that made it too painful.
Who the hell wants to see that?
Well, all you gotta do is wear a wig, though.
Yeah, but instead of a wig, it's basically been painful to wear.
We're looking at her tits anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's not called noggins, it's called Hooters.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys worried about her head for?
Wow.
You should be worried about your head.
If she's walking around with a shaved head and a
No, but
gigantic
you put a wig on.
On the side of her head, yeah.
Take her job
Sandra Lupo,
That's ridiculous.
age 27, had worked as a waitress at
Well,
St.
a normal
Peter's.
show of character, Hooters.
Yeah, Sandra Lupo, age
Like they
27.
had character.
all that he's reading.
Sandra Lupo, age 27, had worked as a waitress at a St. Peter's, Missouri Hooters since April 2005. That's the actual name of the place.
Hey, I bet that's a busy one.
But took a leave from her job for a few weeks last summer to have a cranial mass removed. Lupo
what happened to St. Anthony's Balzacs?
Yes.
We're talking about St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Hooters. I want to know what happened to St. Anthony's Balzac.
Lupo had the support of her manager, who visited her in the hospital and suggested when she was ready to return to work that she wear a chemo cap or jewelry items to distract her from her lack of hair and visibility of her cranial scar. Poor doctor.
Go get you a sexy wig and get back out there with those tight ass tank tops
on. July 16, 2012, last year, doctors gave Lupo clearance to go back to work at Hooters, where she worked to put herself through nursing school. But shortly before she returned to work, Lupo and her immediate manager met with the Hooters regional manager, who said Lupo would be required to wear a wig while at work, according to court documents. And Lupo told her she did not have a wig and she could not afford a wig.
Are you freaking kidding me?
As a range of costs between several hundred and several thousands of dollars.
That's ridiculous. You're not going to walk around my restaurant with a gigantic Frankenstein scar.
You tell her to get a wig. I'm not saying you take her with the scar, but you say you let her keep her job and get a wig.
Yeah, but she's saying I don't have a wig.
Well, go pay as an owner, buy a fucking good wig for her. And say, I'm glad you're okay, and be more of a human and go, you work for us, you're an employee that brings money to us, and you're a good waitress.
Everybody
you know what? We're going to
personal
treat you like shit because you had brain surgery.
No.
It's a serious fucking thing. This guy that owns
Let
the business
somebody
is an
buy
asshole.
her a freaking
No. This guy should let her have her job back and get her a damn
I'm
wig.
sorry.
According to the lawsuit, adding that the regional manager did not offer to pay for the wig.
See, that's bullshit.
After
they
her
should be
manager,
happy that she's alive and she survived the surgery and that she's a good worker for them.
Yeah, but he's giving her an opportunity to work so that she can make a little bit of money to pay off that wig.
She should.
I think there's a limit to charity. First of all, it's not her fault. It's not her fault.
That's why she shouldn't lose her
went
job.
for brain surgery.
That's why she shouldn't lose her job.
They wanted you to wear it. But I can understand his request was you gotta wear a wig.
Right.
Now,
she should go back.
wig and jewelry.
Right. Lupo said her manager.
Until you can.
Yeah.
She
should keep her job.
Lupo said her manager then reduced her hours to the point where she was making so little income that she was forced to quit, which made her ineligible for unemployment benefits.
They do that shit.
Yeah. So she can get the money and get it herself. See, I think there is just so much that people can do before you cross the
regardless of
line
where she gets the wig, the guy shouldn't have fired her over it. Over having brain surgery. Over brain surgery, the guy shouldn't have fired her for it.
Well, Gamer Girl says it. Your job is to shut up and look hot and bring me tasty wigs.
Right, Gamer Girl. So let her have a chance to keep her job with the wig that looks hot, that looks real, that looks like her real hair, and let her keep her job.
Well, what about the other people? What do you think they're gonna think? That this boss is letting her get away with your hair.
Gamer Girl said, well, she's supposed to look hot. That's what the job requires. That's her job. I hate when people get these jobs and bitch about it. Your job is to shut up, look hot, and bring me tasty wigs. Don't impress me with your hair.
She probably has family.
Doesn't she want to
go out and get a family member to buy you a fucking wig?
I'm sorry, did I understand the story wrong? What, she wanted to do that, but they still fired her, or am I missing something?
Now, he told her to get some jewelry or a wig.
The wig, yeah, I don't care about the jewelry.
But it said that the wig was
too painful.
Well, it's not that she didn't want to get a wig. The wig that she was able to get that wouldn't like irritate her wound or anything.
Right, well, get a damn wig.
Would be more expensive. And the reason didn't want to pay that much money.
The guy shouldn't fire her over that.
Well, it was going to be.
She said, get a wig. And if she goes, well, it's kind of hard. Did she say she's a mother? She's trying to get through school.
She's trying to get to
She sounds like somebody trying to get you a job.
I'll get a wig.
The guy should have been nice enough to go, look, if your money's scarce and you're barely making ends meet, I appreciate what you do for our company. I will give you part of the money for the wig. I think the manager should have been nice enough to give the fucking woman some money towards the wig.
It's not his responsibility.
It's not his responsibility, but
and the bottom line is that. Look, I'm a benevolent God, okay? I'm a benevolent God.
I would think you would help
but
her get away.
This is stepping over the line because her requirement, now she's suing her. I mean,
Well,
This has to do.
I think she should have a right to keep her job, especially over having brain surgery.
I think she could have kept the job.
She should,
as she said.
But she should wear a wig.
Yeah, I'll wear a wig and not come back until she had that fucking wig. Excuse me.
But if it was Harvard
And
against
then
me,
get
because
one of
she's a
her
nursing
family
student,
members to buy the
maybe
wig.
the guy should have stepped up as a good manager / owner and said, look, I'm going to help you pay for a good wig because I know your finances are low.
Yeah, here's $100.
He should have been freaking nice enough.
Here's $100.
You know, it's not like she did something stupid to cause
That's how much
It's
they
not like
cost.
she drove drunk and crashed. The woman had brain surgery. You know, be a little bit of a freaking humanitarian, for God's sake, is my point.
Huh?
But don't say fire her when she's trying to get through nursing school. And I agree, Gamer Girl, that's her job, is to look hot and bring me food and me watch her walk away. You're right. But the thing about it is the guy that manages and owns and fired her should have had some damn heart about it.
By the way, Uri says I thought she quit because they made life
I didn't hear the
hell
whole
for her.
story. That's what I get for interrupting Derek. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just thought that basically he was firing her because of the surgery and because of the scar. And my thing was, no, she should be able to keep her job with the wig.
He just gave her smaller hours or something.
Yeah, I know, which is
Well,
great.
firing her could be a blessing in disguise because now she can sue them for millions.
Possibly, because Winchester said wrongful termination. She will have her own Hooters franchise if she plays the cards right.
Yeah.
Gamer Girl says make her wash dishes because I'm at Hooters for fun, not to be depressed.
That's great, Gamer Girl.
There are several jobs in that operation that you can do while you heal.
Uriak says that she thought she quit.
Even if it's running wings to the counter, on counter for paper.
Mm-hmm.
Then close it down and open up a wig shop.
Wow.
That's acid DJ.
There's plenty of them around here.
The boss could have been kind enough to donate money for a wig.
All right, 5 minutes.
That's
we're
what
up.
Anthony
You
said.
can go ahead and do the
Yeah, I
daily
think so.
breakfast.
Ed, it's coming up there. We need the Gregorian chance, Ed. Wait a minute. Wait for Ed. 5 minutes left in the show, brother. Come on, please. Hook us up with some views, sir.
He is who? He's on the...
But anyway, let's do the roll call real quick before Daily Bread. Chris, thanks for coming again, man. For me.
Thanks for
Anytime.
coming in.
Show's in and out. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Michael, Chris. Chris J. Fox.
Yes.
Alright.
And
Well,
thank
thanks
you
to
for being
all
a sport
our
and
people who came
My
back.
nuts itch.
My nuts itch, Uric Wildcat, Gamer Girl, now
Scratch 'em.
DJ,
Gamer Girls and yours.
Big Bird
Say
77.
hello to your beautiful family.
Obama's Cat, then let's be Vorpalbite's new thing. Strange Place, Winchester 9708, Anonymous,
Thanks, Rosalind.
Sabuki who came in earlier,
We had a bunch of people earlier.
the Classic Canvas who came by earlier,
We had a few,
Earl Big
Did
Steel.
Big Steal
Wildcat.
come in?
Yeah, he
Big
was.
Steal in the house. Thanks so much, Payne. Come back whenever, man. Hey, Urban.
Yes, thank you.
Fun
That
day.
was fun.
Good show, guys.
I love
Thanks
that.
so much. Hey, Gamer Girl.
Yes, says I want to see tits, not stitches.
Well, I was about to say,
Damn.
it's very funny that the guy's name is Peter something Stein. Sounds like Frankenstein, Stitches.
Yeah, that's
What is that?
Fireman.
Peter Weinstein?
Yeah, no, it's
Peter Weinstein.
Just
Jewish
a Jewish
name.
name.
It's the 19 factor. It's the 19 factor. Peter Weinstein owns the Hooters and dealing with
At
the woman that
St.
looks
Peter's,
like,
Missouri.
yeah, it's St. Peter and dealing with a woman that looks like Frankenstein. His name is Weinstein. That's crazy.
Wow. She can get another job.
Anyway, we love you all. Thank you. Gamer Girl, that was very sweet of your husband to hijack your phone that day and leave a message saying basically that we make your day, a lot of it, and we make you happy, and that he
Thank you.
appreciates us.
Thank you.
That was a nice endorsement. That's a critique we need to use when we try to sell this show.
Unifying families
It's
nationwide.
Gamer Girl's guide Mike.
Well, believe it or not, I put her quote,
Yes.
her husband's quote,
Yeah, very good.
and I put it on Facebook,
Yeah,
and
I
I
saw
put it on,
I replied to it.
one of our
That's
ads.
very nice of you. And we're glad we do that. Because that's what it's all about. Is we can at least affect one person here in a good way, making life a little better than we've done. Right, guys?
She says, I know I couldn't be mad at him.
One person. If we affect one person in a good way, that's a good deal.
Well, here we go.
Thanks, Ed. You're the best.
Thanks, Ed.
brother.
Ready?
I love you all as if you came
I love you
out
too,
of my mother's
brother.
womb.
Been a good show today.
Yes.
Alright,
April
we got
9th.
music.
April 9th.
Is ambition wrong?
That's crazy.
Is it wrong to be driven, to push to be the best? It can be. The difference between right and wrong ambition is in our goal and motivation. whether it's for God's glory or our own. In 1 Thessalonians 4:1, Paul tells us that Christians are to live lives to please God. For some, the drive is to please Him in an instantaneous transformation at the time of salvation. For others, the transformation is full of stutter steps and misstart. Whether the change happens instantly or gradually, the Christian is to pursue God's goals, not selfish ones. So in the workplace we ask, how will that job change me, serve others, and glorify God? Ambition oriented towards God is focused outward on Him and others, always asking how He has gifted us and wants to use us. Paul suggests we work with sincerity of heart, fearing God, whatever we're doing in the boardroom, on the docks, wherever we're working, we're to serve as if doing it for God. Colossians 3:22-24. We glorify Him most and enjoy Him most when we work with fervor and excellence for His pleasure, not ours, but His service and the service of others, not self-service, not personal gain, because He deserves our all. Lord, help me to be and apply the zest to my work efforts that I might please You. I offer my action and words today as a testimony to bring Your glory. Use me today to the point of others to You. Amen. And that was Stanley Jump.
Yeah. So
And Randy Kilgore.
Yeah,
so
Randy
let me
Kilgore.
get this right, guys. So the gist of that was that she didn't want to wear a wig. Oh, okay.
Okay. Amen.
I'm still stuck on the jewelry board. What the fuck's that got to do with your baby?
I wonder where he wanted her to wear that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, maybe like a
man.
split ring.
Put a nice little ring on. Nobody will notice your
Prince Albert
fucking
on the
Maybe
guy.
I'll put a ring on it.
Yeah.
I love you all. See you tomorrow for Hump
Thank
Day.
you, guys.
Be good to each other unless you piss each other off.
Take care. It's 11:46.
That sounded like what's his name?
72 degrees already in Macon,
I
Georgia.
love it.
With a high
The car
85.
starts outside. Not you guys gotta-
Jerry Springer.
All right, guys. Be good to each
Be
other.
good to
Go
each
get
other.
spayed and neutered and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peace out, y'all.
Later, Gator.
Game.
promise to challenge myself every day and make the right choices in life. I promise to follow Marvel's superhero challenge. I promise to be a bloody and not a bully. I promise to help others whenever I can. I promise to stay in school and learn. I promise not to smoke. I promise not to use drugs. I promise not to use